Let's see. Is everyone working? Good evening, everybody. Yay, I can actually see my voice working, so that's working. Good. All right. We are back. We've actually now had a number of sessions concurrently as things have been kind of going on. So, but we're back here as usual, and we're gonna kind of move a little quick tonight because I think we're gonna end a little early just to kind of people are tired and it's been a long week already and we're only have one more day left in it. So we'll kind of go through. But we're gonna start with our usual Adrian giving his recap from last session.
So, at the beginning of last session, Pip met us out front and we chatted about his boss while we headed toward the establishment of this said boss. An invisible Garvin went to scout the place first, but negotiations went well enough to not require a more hostile takeover, let's say. And now they work for us. So we use Rope Trick for a short rest, and it was really cool. And then we go check out some dinosaurs for like a full day. That was fun. Murray made some friends, and then we leveled up, which was dope. Highly recommended if you guys get a chance. No, I'm just kidding. And then in the morning, we banter as usual. We meet up with Captain Legs, and then we kind of remembered that we had a meeting to go to, so we run all the way back and go to this meeting that is sort of set up in an impromptu manner where we meet Right Hand Rule at Xanthi's place. He talks about where he found Uptau's Way, which was in Jakaka Bay, right? My handwriting is really
Jahaka.
bad. I'm just
I think
what?
it's the Jahaka Bay. Hold on.
That
Let me
could be
just
an
pull up my
H. I
notes.
believe that.
Is- I
Um,
would believe it's Jahaka over Jakaka.
so do I. That's why I was like, wait a minute, that can't be
Jahaka.
right.
It's Jahaka. Sorry, I had to pull up
Thank
my
you,
notes.
everyone. My spelling is real bad, guys.
Yes,
Or
Jahaka
handwriting, I mean.
Anchorage technically, but
So washed up into the tree line with no bodies and only some cargo. Coco's egg was still sealed inside of a crate, and that's about as much as we've done. We spent a long time getting very distracted by cute dinosaurs and terrifying dinosaurs, and making friends with them, and then running one direction only to run the other direction. So we haven't accomplished a whole lot today, but I think we decided that we're going by ship and we are going down around the coast towards Samarak, and we might make a stop. I mean, we haven't discussed that far ahead.
nope.
But
So
hey, we own a new guy now.
yes, you've commissioned the professions that not right hand rule Three Fingers can provide you. So
Yeah. Also made sure that he's not going to treat the kids like crap, or he's going to be removed
correct.
forcibly and painfully.
Okay. Anyway, you guys have now, I believe it's midday at this point when you guys had your meeting, and you guys were no, it was next morning now because you had your meeting the night before. You guys
DC'd halfway through the meeting because we all had some power issues.
Yes, that's
Right.
right.
Wow, now I'm trying to remember where we. But anyway, you did have the meeting pretty much essentially. Given the information I believe you got, so this was then it was late day, still daytime, but heading into evening, when you guys had your meeting.
And we had paid we had agreed to pay Right Hand Rule an extortionary amount of money in order to provide us with any information he comes across of any other eggs like that
Right.
come up.
So yeah.
Or anyone like Coco.
Okay, so okay, so yeah, that's where you guys are. Are you guys planning on leaving the next morning? Do you have stuff you need to do this evening?
I'm sure Murray wants to go touch some more dinosaurs.
Oh no, I'm good.
I think he's got all
I'm
of
good.
them by this point.
Yeah, I got all of them except for the flying ones.
Well,
I mean,
I'd
we were
rather-
ready to bolt, so I mean,
Yeah, or you can leave. Yeah,
We
you
were
guys-
like, we're ready to go. Oh wait, we have a meeting.
yeah.
That actually sounds like my life these days, except
Mood.
with more adventure and fewer actual meetings.
adventure.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess since it's like still midday, because this was like a luncheon that we kind of went and did. Shall we go back to legs now, or do we leave tomorrow? I don't care.
I mean, we should probably take off, eh? We got some stuff to do, you know.
Sounds good.
Okay. So you guys, sorry, I was looking at a character sheet. You guys are leaving or sticking around for the night? No.
We're gonna leave. We're
Okay.
gonna
Okay,
get on
sorry,
the
I'm
boat
distracting
and-
myself with different things here. All right, so
No, that's
you,
okay. Because we can do sleepy times on boat.
Okay, so you decide to travel. So you guys head down back to the harbor. You see again Captain Legs' boat. You see and this is why I can never remember names and why I'm so terrible at remembering them. Hold on. At the harbor ward, where you run across again the dragon,
Right, the
half dragon
dragon
buddy.
guy.
Big half dragon guy.
Zindar.
The
There we
harbor
go.
master.
Zindar. Yeah, the harbor master, Zindar. Half gold dragon. And he looks and he's like, oh, back again, I see. Are we actually officially planning on taking off this time?
Catastrophic situations aside, I hope so. We forgot a meeting, so yeah. Well, as long as we haven't forgot another one, I think we're good.
Very well. The ship is checked out. Their cargo is cleared for travel. You can feel free to let your captain know whenever you're ready to leave.
Thank you, harbor master. Excuse me. Wonderful.
So
So yeah, we go let legs know. that
Okay,
we're
you
ready
guys
to
head
go.
up the gangplank. So, boss, where are we heading?
Wow, that is the first time you've ever called me boss, and I don't like it. Don't do it again. I just point on the map. However you think it's best to get here.
I mean, looking at the map, there's really only one way to get there unless we're going to go north and all the way around, but that'd be kind of dumb.
This is why I leave the sailing to you.
But I
It's good
guess
stuff for us.
that'll be a pretty decent journey, but I think we can make it without too much trouble. Do you know anything about I've never gone this far south, so
Well, do you know how you used to love chasing sharks and killing sharks and all of that, and how
yes,
we've recently
the
killed
sharks.
a kraken and we've recently met a dragon turtle? Get ready for more of that kind of crap, because we don't know much, but everything we do know you're not gonna like.
Pirates.
Yep.
All right. Well then.
Pirates, terrifying dinosaurs. Have you seen the dinosaurs? They're really cool.
Yeah. Well, I've been to Nyanzaru many times, but never further south than that. But think we can make
Ah.
that trip.
Good. Well, adventure for all of us then.
You ever want to be a dinosaur? Just say so. Oh, no,
So-
I'm serious. It'll be a little bit dangerous for us, but
This sounds like a very expensive day for me. I'm gonna go below deck before I.
And then he's kind of looking at the map and kind of just timing out everything and knowing the speed. It's like, This will take us a few days to make it around. That's a pretty hefty amount of land to go around.
Whatever.
Because as the map I guys gave you, that's each hex is 10 miles. So
Well,
That's
as
a lot.
quickly as we can, but you know.
So, I suggest if there's anything you need before you go, you grab it ahead of time, because there probably is not going to be a lot of spots we're going to stop at. Is there anywhere you need to stop before we get all the way around to that Summer Rock place?
Shall we stop in that bay?
Yeah,
Where
Jahaka
the
Bay.
ship-
Yeah, we should probably stop there.
Jahaka
Check
Bay.
that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think we can manage that. Okay. Well, again, anything else you need, or you think you're going to be good to go without?
Adrian like pats himself down. No, I think I got it all.
All right.
think. If I don't, that fucking sucks, I guess.
So he looks at the crew. All right, we're ready to cast off, men. And you see the look on their faces, and they start quickly gathering all they bring up their mooring lines and start unfurling the sails, and Captain brings the ship about, and you guys make your way slowly out of the harbor. You do notice as you're heading out, the giant dragon turtle does not follow suit. He does not come back out and ask for another offering.
I think I wave anyway.
Our
You
You
offering's
can't see
pretty
it. He's
awesome.
under the water, so
I know, I just kind of wave
Oh, okay.
down. Bye. I'm an idiot, remember?
But a very
Not
pretty idiot.
Damn. Thanks, but also ouch. Too real.
Okay. All right. So, you guys are traveling. It'll be about 2 days to get to Jahaka Bay, where you guys are.
Okay.
10, 20, what's the speed of a boat? So these are things I should have had ready ahead of time, but I never am. All right.
It's fine, just wing it. Just say, oh, you're going this fast this time. You got less or more wind. Okay.
Actually,
You have a druid
give
on
me-
board,
give
you
me
can
a-
conjure pretty powerful wind.
Since this is your charge here, Adrian, give me a D100 roll.
Fuck. Okay. I'm in charge of the purse strings and other people. 97. We go mini quick? Question mark.
What was it?
Mini
20?
quick.
You said 27?
97.
Oh, 97. Okay, well that's a good thing, because that means the wind is in your favor.
Yay!
Ah!
Motor
So-
buff activate.
So, ship speed, stat blocks. You guys can go. Sailing ship, 120 miles per day. Okay, so you can go 12 blocks per day. So that's good. That'll. I said I was pretty sure I was right on that. That is going to take you guys a little while to make that travel.
Uh-oh.
I can also do control winds for 2 hours each day.
So what you can do with that is that'll ensure that the wind goes in your direction.
Okay, 100-foot cube.
So if
Okay,
we
doesn't
ever
increase
slow
the
down-
speed. Gust of wind, which is second level, I could use to increase the speed a little bit. Control winds. Okay, yeah.
If we ever start to lose the wind, though, you can redirect that
Yeah.
cube back into the sail.
Okay, I stand corrected. It's going to take you guys 4 days to get to Jahaka Bay. So,
You know what? Murray's not gonna rush it, man. We're gonna have some fun. I've got control wind just in case, but
Yeah, if we need it. The get out of dodge button.
ooh, or there's a pirate ship coming too close. You're like, nah.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, it's a powerful spell.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Okay. So yes, it'll take about 4 days. Give me. We'll do one for each of you guys as you guys gonna go. Just give me a d20. We'll start with Murray.
Well
D20.
said.
Woo! 16.
Okay. And then we'll go Adrin. Give me a d20.
Also a 16. I do not
Okay.
explode.
Coco. No.
Ten.
16, 60. Damn.
I know it would have been fully fun.
If
But
we had
alas,
all
no.
rolled 16s, it would have been very amusing.
We have the same encounter every day.
It doesn't this feel
Um,
like yesterday? Weird.
Garvin, go ahead and give me a d20 roll, please.
I'm not going to do that for you.
Are you portenting?
See,
Okay.
told you I shouldn't have done it.
All right. So
I'm not helping
it's-
this.
It's
I like
it's
this.
it's late afternoon as you guys are kind of traveling on the first day. And the seas have been calm to this point. The wind has been in your favor the whole time. You've been making some pretty good time. But suddenly the winds slow. And you hear sounds on the side of the ship.
What kinds of
Divine
sounds?
sounds.
It sounds like something is latched on and is climbing up the edge of the ship.
Does it sound skittery or does it
Or it
sound
sounds-
suckery?
It's like-
By the time you kind of get over to kind of get a little bit better ear for it,
I just smash my head into the wall.
you see two creatures. One could jump up, one on each side.
Oh, good.
Where's my battle music?
I was just about to do that. Hold on.
Garvin is sassy tonight.
I love it.
Where did my battle music go? Oh, that'll work.
Got that
A little too
good
calm
sass.
for things hopping up over the side of the ship.
That
I mean, I'm
big
digging the
sassy
like-
energy.
So like Zen and
it's-
Captain Legs has hired like a little quartet to like play music while we fight.
Legs. I
Yeah.
hire the minstrels.
Sure.
They're marimbas and
As
their
long
coconut
as-
shells.
As
and-
long as we have minstrels, we're
Sure, if you want minstrels, we'll hire minstrels. I don't care.
So you guys see
What's
Uh,
money?
wrong chat.
Mm,
this
you guys are
thing,
family. I don't give a shit.
one on each side.
Ew.
that's no thank you. Ick. Jabba the Hutt married a mermaid.
I know what this
Um,
is. Can I roll a
married is
history?
generous.
Or anything?
Give me a history check.
Oof. Yucky.
Good old 14.
Um,
Not very
This
big
is
one.
gonna be
You're not
nasty.
familiar with too much about them, other than the name Merid seems to ring a bell.
Okay.
You the only thing you really know is you think there's some sort of elemental that seems to roam the seas.
So
I mean,
they
makes
aren't
sense. It just came out of the.
necessarily- Yeah, all right. Okay.
So at this point, one pops up on each side of the ship. I need you guys to roll initiative, as you guys are now.
Cringe.
Aw, man. I was gonna make him cookies. No. Yeah. Yeah. That's about right.
All right. So as usual,
Murray and I were below deck. Don't worry about it.
Coco, you're up first.
Okay, so here, that was a very impressive roll, I have to say.
That was not the speed of cleric.
No.
No, Murray and I got that covered. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I'm a
Okay.
little mad about that.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, how far up the side are they?
So they are literally on the edges, and the boat itself is 25 feet wide. So you guys kind of could put yourself where you think you would have been. So pretty much they're dead center, in the middle of the boat, but both of them right at the top of the ladders.
Okay, so they have climbed up. Then
It
they are perched on the side of the ship.
yeah, they're poised and they have
they're not
tridents out.
they're not still climbing. Is
No.
my question.
No,
Okay.
they made it up.
Um. All right. Was just not as good when she doesn't have someone to bounce off of. Um. All right. Sorry, my brain is melting.
You're good.
Okay.
Mood.
Okay. Well, since I can't think of a way for her to get out there. Yep, Coco's gonna to take off for the, I don't know, the one to port. And
Okay. So we're gonna label the one on the port side will be A, and the one on the starboard side
Starboard.
B.
Okay.
I got it.
S. So going for married A, with her with her rapier, and or not the rapier, the who's it? Yeah, no, it's a rapier. I'm sorry, it's been a very
No,
long
no,
month.
the whatchamahoosit is my favorite of the items in your inventory.
It's a rapier, and I had a moment of doubt because in a different game I had a short sword, and I was like, wait, no, was it a short sword? Nope, it's a rapier. And we're going to
Does
do
extra
the
fire damage too, I think.
yes, it does.
It's a-
Thank
yeah, it's a flame blade.
goodness. So we're gonna do the stabby. How far is it from me,
I mean, it's
movement wise?
depending on where you were. If you're like dead center, it's only like 10 feet away, so you have movement. I said
Okay.
the ship is 25 feet wide. It's basically 2 squares on each side and the one in the center.
Perfect.
And then you guys could be anywhere in the middle, and that would be easy to just kind of move around from.
Perfect. Okay, so Coco's going to dash in, do a stabby.
Damn.
15.
15 misses.
Ugh. And bonus action disengage, and rest of my movement up, straight vertically.
Okay.
Whoop. Hopefully, because Coco has 40 feet of movement, so
Yeah, you should have enough to at least get out of their range.
yeah, that is the hope.
'Kay.
Basically, Coco goes in, stabs, misses, and goes. And
Although they're using tridents, not like lances or anything like that, so it doesn't look like they probably could reach it. But as far as their
Coco's
melees,
not
you are
taking
out
any
of the
chances
space.
with the stabby things.
Fair enough. All right, Sahiri.
Well, they're not haven't been damaged, but we'll try on A the Toll the Dead.
Okay. That's a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Bing bong.
17.
Fails.
Bing bong.
All right, you guys need to be able to see that. Hold on.
16
Nice.
points of Toll the Dead damage.
Whoo!
16. Okay.
Nice.
This might hit him with the bonk machine.
Anything else? Okay, Garvin.
How far? Like, where is everybody's in position to this? Like, how far was Sahiri, back?
Sahiri's probably 15 feet away from the one she was actually attacking, so nobody's in melee range of it.
All right. I will get up, move in front of Sahiri, so I'm 10 feet away from it,
Okay.
and I am going to. Can I, for order of operations, can I technically do my bonus action first?
Yeah, there's nothing
Yeah,
that says
okay.
you can't. Yep.
All right. So I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Spirit Shroud and then an action to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And I am going to summon the spirits of the dead around me. And I am going to amp up the Eldritch Blasts with Radiant Energy. And each of them is going to do an additional D8 Radiant.
Okay.
As I
Dang.
blast at these variants.
Nice.
Coming in hot.
Ooh, not 20 on the first hit.
Wow.
Okay.
Don't forget to double the
And
radiant, the
a
bonus radiant.
22, yep. So here's the first one. So that's 12 force, and then we've got 9 radiant. So
Okay.
21 on the first hit.
Nice.
And 8 and 2, so 10 on the second hit for a
Okay.
total of 31.
Nice.
Would the radiant not also be doubled?
It did.
That
There's
was
2d8.
the second hit.
Yeah, he
There's-
rolled 2d8 on the first one and a 1d8 on the second one.
Because Eldritch Blast has it's 2
Right.
separate attacks.
So it was a
Second one
2d.
was second one
2d10.
not 20. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he rolled-
I rolled 2d10, 2d8.
Yep.
On the hit.
He got his bonuses on that.
And it cannot regain hit points. And it has its move speed reduced by 10 as well.
Okay then.
CC.
All right. Very nice. Well, he's up now.
Awkward.
He's a unhappy boy.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
All right. So what he does is, since you were right in front of Sahiri, correct? He's going to
Yep.
fire a water jet out of himself. I need both
Rude.
of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Can I choose to take the hit and just use my absorb elements, like trying to block Sahiri from having to do this?
She saved it, so if she saves and if you save it as well, or if you want to take the full brunt of the damage, she won't take the knockback of the damage, but she's still gonna take does
So
it
it'll
actually
give me
even take?
resistance to the damage.
So
of
it's all
element.
bludgeoning. It's not actually magic damage.
Oh, not okay. So then I can't use that.
Yeah,
no.
it's literally you're getting hit with water.
Okay.
So the bludgeoning damage Sahiri takes is Garvin.
Well, 16 is
Well,
my save. I'm still
so-
intending to save by standing in it and preventing it to her.
Okay, so if you want to take the full brunt of it, I'll let you do that. So basically, treat it like a failure. So she won't be, because you saved. I'll let you take the full brunt of it and take it like you failed it. So,
Okay.
so
Take it
she'll
like a champ.
she'll stay up. Won't take any damage. You're gonna take oof. That's a lot of dice. 20 points of bludgeoning damage. You're knocked back
Yikes.
all the way to the edge of the ship in front of the other Merid, and you're prone.
I lose my spirits that are flittering around me.
Okay. So you've basically been pushed all the way back. You're now lying prone
how-
in
you
front
said
of the
how
other guy.
much?
20 damage. 20 bludgeoning. So basically, the Merid fires this jet. Sahiri, Garvin kind of pushes you out of the way that you dodge the jet, but he ends up taking the full brunt of it. Is knocked all the way back. He's now lying on his back in front of the other Merid after taking all that bludgeoning damage. All right, Adrin.
So I run up on deck, finally, having heard all this, crazy chaos going on, and I see my little brother on his back in front of a thing.
So you
Um,
basically would have gotten up there just in time to watch him get blasted back after pushing Sahiri out of the way. So you get to see him do the heroic
Cool.
act of it.
Fantastic. Cool. Adrin Angie now, twinned 5th level catapult.
Okay, give me that
Bye.
D20.
Okay.
We're gonna do that D20 because I'm not gonna forget this time.
I do
What
not
if this
explode.
blow
Okay,
hasn't
you
eaten?
are good.
Nice.
I mean, the phrase is always, I do not explode.
Yes.
Okay.
And these are
so
saves, correct?
these are going to be dexterity saves.
Okay. So the first one, the A, that's a 16. I think that fails.
fails. Correct.
The second one is lower. Oh, no, it's not. It's higher. It's 21.
Give me a second.
I think catapult is an all
Okay.
or nothing.
No, I'm doing math
what he's
to
doing.
see if
He
I
has enough to
can,
be able to
Rocks.
bend it.
It's not if I have enough points. If it's within a threshold for me.
That, yeah.
This is also it's fine.
So
Oh, this
you're
is one of my extra sorcery points.
So
So that one fails. That's on A.
A fails. Yep. The guy who's
The
already
one
been
that-
hit.
The one that hit little brother. He's
Exactly.
gonna die real hard.
Well, he'll take damage anyway.
Oh Jesus. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So cast. So the one that didn't succeed is taking 27.
Okay.
Because Coco gave me ball bearings 2 years ago.
Yep.
And they live in my backpack. And the other one just flat out ignores it.
It just goes wee right by his head.
So what we're gonna do next is we are going to quicken a twinned firebolt.
I don't think you can twin again.
I think the rule was you can only use meta magic once per turn.
There's
So
certain
this-
ones you can use more than once, but I think twinned is one you can only use on one spell
Well,
per turn.
it's once per spell. I don't know if it's more than once per spell.
It just says what it costs sorcery points wise.
Yeah.
If
hold
you
on.
want me to just forego it, that's fine. I'm just gonna hit the one that didn't.
Yeah, it says you can only use one magic option on a spell when you cast it, unless otherwise noted. So it's per spell.
So it's
not-
Okay.
either quickened or
That's fine.
twinned. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
So then we'll
yeah, some
quicken
of them do specifically say it, but if Quicken doesn't say that it does it, then yeah, that's so you can pick which one you want on that one. Well, if you're going to hit them, you have to. If you want to cast it, you have to Quicken it. So
Yes. So I'm gonna cast it, and I'm gonna pick the one that hit Garvin. I'm real fucking mad at him.
so the one that's been taking all the damage, that's fine.
Uh-huh.
You hit.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. 9 damage.
9 points of fire damage. Okay. All right.
Come in swinging real big, and then just.
Okay. So is that it?
That is almost everything that I'm capable of.
Okay. The other Merit is now up, and he just looks down at him, sees Garvin lying down in front of him. He's going to take 2 attacks with a trident. So he's going to get advantage because prone.
Yup.
I think that would hit 27.
Yep.
He's doing
Just
this.
barely.
He's going to 2-hand this, so that's going to hurt. So that's 15 points of damage with that shot.
Is this the one that's been taking damage?
No, this is the one on the other side that you were slid in front of.
The one that took full 27 points of damage from my ball bearing.
Okay. When
the
he
face?
No,
stabs me
he's
with
not
that
taking any.
trident, I'm gonna have my body erupt in a burst of lightning energy.
Okay.
Towards him.
Okay, that works.
I need him to make a dex save. I'm gonna do it 3rd level.
13, so I'm sure that's going to fail.
It does. It's a 15 dex save. So
Okay.
he's going to take 15 points of lightning damage.
Okay, so as it hits him, it doesn't look like it affects him as badly as you had hoped it would. So he takes half that. But that's the first damage he's taken. The other guy's you guys have wailed the crap out of him, but he's still up.
Oh, he's gonna fucking die.
But this guy's going to take his second attack with his trident. So he's just basically stabbing down. Oh god, that was terrible. 14?
14 will hit me. Yeah.
You're gonna. Oh, you've already used your reaction. So.
I just burned my reaction. Yeah.
Yep. All
I
right.
haven't.
Well, what's that mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it because you've already said whether or not it hits you. I don't think I can do it. But normally, I would be able to subtract a D4 from the roll.
True. Because we have done
Okay.
determined the outcome. So just if you think it's now, you know that the number
Yeah,
you're looking
that's
for.
fine.
So, it's 16 points more of damage.
'Kay.
Jeez.
All right.
Garvin's
Index
bloodied.
cards.
He's
Stop
done.
hitting Garvin.
Oh yeah.
He's squishy.
Not
He's
that
still up.
bad. Murray.
He's not that squishy. He's
Fuck. I didn't bring him back from the dead for you to kill him, asshole! I'm gonna run up to that guy.
I love it.
Dick boy.
I love it.
And then I reach out with my middle finger and I touch him. In there. As I make a melee attack, I'm casting Contagion.
Okay.
18.
18
to hit.
hits. It hits.
Okay, I am giving him because
No,
I
this
get
is
to
the one that's
choose
on Garvin right now. The one that was on the other side. Okay.
Yes.
The one that's the least
Uh,
damaged.
Correct.
So TLDR, Slimy Doom. He has disadvantage on any con checks and con saves, and whenever he takes damage, he is automatically stunned until the beginning of his next turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
So disadvantage on con, and he gets stunned if he gets hit.
Okay. But no damage.
No damage.
Just
That's
a
the
str- okay.
effect of
so your
the
touch inflicts
contagion.
disease on an attack. It hit the target is poisoned. At the end of each poison target's turn, it must make a con save. If the target fails, succeeds, it's no
Which-
longer poisoned. If it fails 3 saves, then it's no longer poisoned, but choose a disease. So it has to fail
Ooh.
3 saves before the disease takes effect.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck. Okay. Well, I mean, that's what I'm going for is Slimy Doom.
I mean,
so
poison
But
is
this
still
this effect
disadvantage.
lasts for 7 days. This is not a yeah. This is like a big middle
Right.
finger to something.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
For
Big metal.
someone.
All right.
Yeah, run away. I fucking dare you. And let's see. Bonus. I don't think I really have that much I can do as a bonus. Nah, healing word. I could totally do healing word. Okay. And so I'm going to. Do you do that nerf where I can't cast another slotted spell if it's not a cantrip?
Correct.
If I casted like a 5th level?
You can't cast a leveled spell if you've already cast one, regardless if if it's a bonus action. That's the rules as written.
Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna put my body between me and Garvin and just kind of hold my staff, be like, meh.
Okay. All right, Coco.
Okay, yay! My friends are in melee. This is good.
On the other side, so just keep that in mind. It's not the one you hit at first. This is on the other side of the boat now. So
That's
this,
fine. The
I'm
boat's
just-
only 25 feet
yeah,
wide. I
that's.
got-
I'm just letting you know it's not the one you guys have been wailing on already.
Oh no, but
you should.
Coco is willing to. Have rapier will travel.
That's fine.
So Coco's gonna zip over there and get in behind it and just try to shove her rapier directly into where she thinks the kidneys probably should be. If it's a human baby. And come on, roll better, please. Okay, that was better.
You hit.
Yay! All right, so that is okay. So it's 8 piercing plus hang on.
Yeah, for those you have to calculate a little bit more, which is kind of annoying, but
8. So that's 10 fire damage
10 fire. Okay.
and where is my thing? That's a disappointing roll and
Ooh.
15 sneak attack.
Yeah, 5d6, 15 points. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but he still
There's
took quite a bit of
3
damage.
2s in there.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. All right, anything else?
Yeah. Gonna bonus action, disengage, and
Move out of his range.
do my hover 10 feet above its head.
Okay. All right. Sahiri. So you saw Garvin push you out of the way, and then he took the damage and slid all the way back and was pummeled by the other Merid there.
Yeah. How far away from me is he?
He's 10 feet on the other side.
Okay. So I can move
Or
up
15
and
feet.
boop
Uh-huh.
if need be.
Bam.
So, yeah, not healing because it's
Heal
not
with a
effective
mace.
at this point.
Garvin's not worried. He figures you're gonna
It's
get him
not
back up.
effective.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here, but I am going to go over and I am going to boop Garvin with Death Ward. So the first time he would drop to 0 hit points,
He'll
he
drop
instead
to
goes to 1.
Hells
And-
yeah.
Just because if I can stop him from going down necessarily in the middle of the fight, that would be a boon. So that's my action.
Okay. All right. Garvin. You're lying on the ground. This thing has just stabbed you twice with a trident. But you feel like you're a
Okay.
little bit more protected, at least for one more hit.
I figure I understand what she's doing somewhat. It's the magic of Kalimvor. I'm trying to grasp it. I don't know. He doesn't really care at the moment. He's just enjoying the fight, I think. Let's see. What does he do? He feels protected, which means he's probably gonna be a little reckless.
There's that morning star
especially,
streak.
yeah, yeah. What does he do? What does he do?
Probably
Yeah, I
some
think
dumb
he's
shit.
the one beside him is the one that's like barely hurt, huh?
He's taking quite a beating now, since Coco has been hitting on him, and so did Murray. So he's taking some damage. Not as bad as the other guy, but he's still taking some shots.
You leave me that other one. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I'm like right beside him though, huh?
Yeah, but you're also on the ground. But yes, you're
Okay,
in melee range.
I'm gonna stand up, and that's half my movement. I'm gonna step 5 feet away from him. Does he swing at me?
Yes, he does.
I
We'll
take
take-
the hit willingly, and I'm going
Oh.
to use my reaction to to blast him with lightning damage again.
Okay. That was a dex save, correct?
Well, hold on. Does a reaction on my turn count as my spellcast for one of my one of my spellcasts for my turn in that case?
No, that doesn't, because
Okay.
it's a whole separate line technically.
Okay, so then yes, I'm gonna do that. It's a dex save, DC 15.
Fails miserably.
Good.
I rolled another 3, so
Excellent.
For 22 lightning.
okay. Yep, and as it said, you see it doesn't do nearly as much as you had thought it would. That seems to have a little bit.
How much damage would he do to me?
Let's find out. 19.
I go to 1.
Okay. Yep. So you see Garvin
And
take
then-
this big hit, but he manages to remain standing.
Then I turn around and make a giant warbling ball of energy, and I'm going to my spell book's gonna glow with like a shadowy light,
Okay.
and I am going to change the energy of this chromatic orb to radiant
Okay.
as I send a radiant orb his way.
All right. That's a spell hit, I believe, correct? Yes.
Yes, for 20 to hit.
You hit.
Bye
For
bye,
23
water guy.
points of radiant
23
damage.
points of damage. He takes all of that. He's looking almost as bad as the other guy now.
And if I had enough movement, I would have gotten behind Sahiri at this point.
Yeah, you can.
Because she
Yeah,
is right next to me.
correct. So you only use 15 to stand up and then 5 to move back. So you still have 10 feet. You can get around her.
Yep.
Okay. Well, he's now. Oh no, the other one is up. What is he going to do?
Hopefully
I mean,
regret his life choices.
He
and
disappears
maybe
from your
turn
vision.
back.
So you can no longer see him.
Okay.
All right, Adrian.
I cast see invisibility.
Okay, so that's
that's
your
why I'm
action.
laughing.
and you can see him standing directly behind Garvin.
I grin and now have you ruled that I can't cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp just
On
anywhere?
a ship, you wouldn't be able to. There's no rock to be able to pull it from.
Or dirt. And I
You can
can't just
freaking a
throw a
cantrip.
bag of dirt. I can't just throw a bag of dirt right now.
Well, isn't see invisibility your action? Well, I guess you can quicken, so never mind.
Right. So like I can't just
Well,
throw a bag of
yeah,
dirt.
you only
because
have
I
a
already
cantrip
used my
anyways.
action.
Yeah, you have and you only have a cantrip available anyway.
That's fine. I'm just gonna quicken a firebolt directly at his face.
Okay. No imposing disadvantage because you can see him and you hit him.
Yeah, let me make sure I spend that sorcery point there real quick. Right. 6.
It's enough to knock him out of invis.
Yep.
Well, maybe. Depends on what type of invis.
It's invisibility specifically says spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. So as long as it hasn't done that, it does not come out of invisibility. But Adrian can see him.
Yeah.
So
something gets hot behind me.
Yeah, you saw this firebolt hit something behind you, but you still can't actually see it. All right. Is that it for Adrian?
Yeah. Wait, was that was the one over Garvin that went invisible, or the one that I was fighting?
So
That was
the
the
one,
first one
the
that
one,
hit
the
Garvin.
very first one, that was on the port side of the ship that you guys had all moved away from.
The one that smashed Garvin into the wall, and I'm big
Correct.
angry with. Got it.
Correct.
Cool. That was exactly what I wanted. I'm done now.
Okay. All right. The second one is up. The only one in melee range is Murray. So he's going to take 2 trident attacks at you. 23.
Yeah.
You take
I mean, my
19
AC is
points.
11, I'm gonna put armor on. So
19
sorry, how
points
much?
of piercing. 19.
19.
And then for his second one,
Nope,
which will probably
Not healing damage.
wow, a 13 to hit.
Yeah. I didn't specifically put armor on because it's hot as balls. So
Okay.
yeah.
So 14 more points of damage.
So 19, 14. Okay.
How you looking, bud? Not good, huh?
So he gives a
Okay.
nice toothy grin at you, and you're now up, Murray.
Okay.
Oh, it had to do a save.
I'm
Hold on.
safe.
It needed to do a save
Oh, yeah,
first
yeah.
on your contagion. What was the save?
Yeah.
Oh,
DC
wait.
17.
Wasn't it stunned? Because I hit it?
Yeah, it took damage.
No.
Oh no, that's
He,
right.
it hasn't
to
applied. He
fail
has
the
to fail
poison
3 times,
saves
which is
first.
what I'm doing. What type of
Oh,
save was
okay.
it?
Con 17.
Con save. Con save 17. 21. So it did save on the second time. So
Well,
So,
now I
alright.
rock a second loogie at the asshole. Give me another con save, please, as I cast Blight.
26.
Good lord.
But he still takes half the damage, so...
Okay.
Well, he's
still gonna
poisoned.
take
He has
half.
disadvantage on con saves right now, doesn't he?
That was
No,
only
he's safe
if
from the
the contagion that he was so basically when he touched him, he had to start making these saves, and if he failed 3 times, then he got affected by the disease.
But
I give him
poisoned,
hepatitis, but it takes 3 fails in order for it to actually give him the disease.
right? But poisoned as a condition
And he
imparts
saved
some
on his poison
debuff, right?
at the end of his turn. He saved from it. He's not poisoned
Oh,
anymore.
never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So he would have taken 40 if he failed, but he takes 20 because he saved.
That's
And I look at the asshole And then I'm like, hey, I could do that too. And I use my hidden step and turn invisible.
And that, what type of damage is that? Is that necrotic damage?
Necrotic.
Okay, that's fine.
Necrotic.
All right.
And
And
I turn invisible. I don't move because I'm not an idiot, but I turn invisible.
okay.
Hidden step, hidden step, hidden step.
Uh,
Nice.
what is? Okay. All right. So back to the top with Coco.
Okay. Well, if it ain't broke.
Go stab it.
There is nobody in melee range any longer.
Murray's still in melee.
Murray's
He's
still
just invisible.
technically
He said he
there.
moved.
No, he said he didn't move
No.
because he's
Oh,
not stupid.
Oh.
I'm not taking an up attack, man, invisible or not. I'm not risking that shit. I want to be next to the fucker. I got more blight to go.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Dabbity. I was gonna try a healing word on Murray, but I can't see him, so. Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Ooh. That'll do.
That'll hit.
Alright. Okay. And 8 fire damage, and last but not least, why am I rolling so many 2s? Come on, sneak attack, get with the program.
He is not looking so great after that hit anyway, so you did quite a bit to him. So.
I should flippin' well hope so.
All right, anything else?
Bonus
Or-
action, disengage. Whoop!
Okay.
Up 10 feet.
All right, Sahiri.
Okay,
I'm
who's worse off,
predictable,
A or B?
Definitely the one that you guys that have been currently working on. So B.
So B.
Yeah, you can
Let's go
see
ahead
he's
and make
looking, he's
that-
labored.
That Toll the Dead save.
Wisdom save. 25.
Cool.
Anything else? Okay, Garvin.
Can I see the entry to like the lower deck? guessing, like,
Yeah.
there's-
So it's 25 feet to you, or let's see, if you're facing the starboard side, it's to the rear of the ship, so it's to your right.
Beautiful. So is it like an archway, a doorway, or something? There's like
Yeah, it's a
dim
doorway.
light- There's dim light inside of it. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay, beautiful. I'm gonna Misty Step right into the archway, and then I'm going to use my action with my Warlock trait to just go invis because I'm in dim light.
Okay. All right. So you guys see Garvin kind of vanish in a puff of smoke. Technically, he
Wow.
appears behind you, Adrin, and then you see him just go boop, vanish.
Well, I see a puff of smoke and nothing changes.
So, all right.
I see invisibility on.
That's true. That's true. All right.
And that's my turn.
Okay. So A is up. He's gonna move up to Sahiri because she's the closest one, but she can't see him. So he's gonna get advantage on this melee attack.
But she's unharmed at this point.
It doesn't matter. A 20, I think, misses. His invisibility goes away. But he's gonna get a second attack and do worse. Okay, never mind. Sahiri's fine. All right, Atrin.
Okay. So now that I know he can do that, let's see. How mad am I? Oh, I'm gonna roll a thing. Real mad. Okay. So we're gonna go with a 5th level Mind Spike.
D20.
Ow.
Yeah, it's gonna be big ow. I will need a wisdom
gonna have a
save
really
from
bad
the
headache.
lad momentarily. I do not explode, and I
Okay.
need a wisdom save from him, please.
Fails 14.
Wonderful. So this turn he takes a buttload, and then I can. Yeah, okay. He's gonna take a lot of damage.
Maybe.
22.
Okay, which one was this one?
This was A.
Okay.
Invisidude.
So
The
he's
one that
taking
hit
20,
my brother, so
yeah.
he dies first.
22 points of psychic damage, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
'Kay.
Does he live?
Yeah. He's still alive.
Cool. Quicken firebolt again.
Yeah, he doesn't look as bad as the other one does.
He will soon.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I'm like a turret. 10 damage.
Okay. He still doesn't look as bad as the other one, but he's not looking great.
That's fine.
All right, anything else?
I am going to maintain the concentration, though.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, the other one is now up, and he's still going to look at Murray. Oh, wait,
Oh,
he can't.
interesting.
He can't.
Oh yeah, Murray's invisible until the beginning of his turn.
Well, he saw that, and he disappears.
That's fair. That's
Adrian,
very
you
fair.
see him move around and is now standing again behind Sahiri.
As he goes invisible, I'm going to use my reaction to cast Necrotic Spores. If he started within 5 feet of me, he has to make a con save or take 2d6 poison
24.
something. Whatever. So I'm also not invisible anymore technically because that was an attack. So
But Adrian, you see him. He has moved behind Sahiri.
cool.
All right, Murray, you're
Okay.
up. Just
Cool.
I'm going to convey that to Sahiri.
That was vocally out loud, correct? Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Fuck.
all right. So Murray, you
Okay.
heard Adrian yell. He's moved behind Sahiri. So they're technically they're not flanking Sahiri. There's one that's to the front of the ship, and the other one's kind of behind her towards the port side of the ship.
I mean, there's one that I can see, so you know
It's
what?
true.
I'm just gonna fuck. You know what? The one that I can see, I'm just gonna point, and then she's pudding as I cast polymorph, and I'm trying to turn him into a jellyfish. Wisdom save, please.
Okay. Oh,
Sorry,
a-
that was the only Jello reference I could make.
that's a 26.
Boo.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
These things have saves like I do. Good lord.
Yeah, I mean, we're learning a lot about these Marids. This is cool. Don't worry
Well,
about it. It's fine.
Let's put it this way: they're not proficient in con saves.
What the?
All right,
Okay, that's just rude.
Coco.
Okay,
I'm mad about it.
so the
Feel mad
so
about
the
it.
so B has now turned invisible, correct?
But Adrian has
yes.
called out where it is.
Yeah, he's kind of said where it is. You could go hit it, but it would have it poses a disadvantage, which
still-
means no
yeah, I
sneak
still
attack. But
but the
A
other
is
one-
visible.
The other one's visible.
Yes, and
Great.
he's again next to Sahiri.
Yeah, screw it. Coco's gonna switch targets, and go after the other one. Unlike Adrian, Coco doesn't have a particular favorite target here.
Oh, never mind.
So go forth and stabby. All right,
Yep, that'll hit.
I'll take that. Hey. Okay, and fire damage. Okay. Sure. Okay, roll better sneak attack. Not as many twos. Hey, now
There
we're
you
talking.
go. That's much better.
All right. Take that. and then bonus action disengage.
the
Oh.
the use.
The huge. Coco has found a system that works.
Okay. See here, you know you have one behind you. You have one also to your left that you can't see, but you know Coco just stabbed.
That's fine. I have Guardian of the Faith that I can cast. So
Okay.
um, yeah. So we're gonna do that.
Okay. Where are you putting it? Between the two?
As far as I know, in an empty space between the two, yeah.
Okay.
So, any creature that's hostile to me that moves to a space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed in a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I'm not going to, since it'll be the first time they'll start their turn there. I'll go ahead and grant that as being as well. That that'll go off when they start their turn.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay, Garvin.
Okay. Objects carried are still under the effects of Invis, correct?
Correct.
And if I'm in an archway, the dim light would be in the archway. And say I extend my hand forward out of the archway with a lantern, I would still be invis because I'm in the dim light if the light's facing away from me, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I know. I know where you're going with this. I got it.
Okay.
Lantern.
Garvin's
yeah.
invis. He pulls the lantern out. He pops the hood. He lights it up and points it right towards Sahiri, standing behind Adrin, so that this invisible creature is now visible.
It is now
That's
visible.
his action, and that's his turn.
Okay.
That lantern has come in clutch so many times.
I'm super glad you kept that.
All right.
Didn't get
So.
to keep my toy from that adventure.
Oh my
A
god.
is back up, and he's still right there. So he's gonna have to roll a save. That's a dex save. What's your save, Sahiri?
17.
It's a 20. It'll take half the damage, so it's guaranteed 10. Okay. So
Mhm.
it takes 10 radiant damage. But he's
Pow,
still
pow.
going to smack you with his trident. Well, try to, because I can't seem to hit you. 21, I believe, misses.
21 hits. That's my
Oh,
AC.
okay. All right. So you'll take 16 points of damage.
Okay.
For the second attack, it rolled off a 16 to a 3. So it was a 13. That one will miss.
Yep.
All right. Adrin.
Tanky. A is actually neither of them is invisible. I don't care. A is still behind Sahiri, correct?
Mhm. And he's the one he just hit her.
Oh, all right, cool. Now I'm big Angie. Well, even bigger Angie with him. Let's go with. I'm gonna probably just go ahead and roll a d20 now. Yeah.
If you're gonna cast a spell, then yes.
Oh, I'm gonna cast a fucking spell. That's all I do.
Oh, I'm gonna get.
Do I also explode because nat 20?
Let's see what
Question mark?
happens. Hold on, where's
Or
my
does
table?
the spell do something extra because I nat 20?
Well, the 20 is your is the wild magic surge. So
Right, but 1 is usually when it surges.
oh, is it? I always thought it was a 20.
It's 1
No, it's
Oh.
one.
That's right.
if it's a nat 1.
If you want to
I
rule
think
it,
there are like homebrew rules that have something funky happen
We've-
on nat 20s, but
yeah, normally it would replace the spell. If you want, we can change it because we haven't ever had it roll a 20. If you want to have it be on top of, I'm for it. But you'll still
Okay.
have to roll the normal D20, another D20 and a D100 after it. So you'll still get both benefits of it, whatever happens.
So 3 and 8.
So 3 for the
20.
20 and 8. Oh boy, what is this one? Well, you're now frightened of the merit until you're this just end of your next turn. So for whatever
What?
reason, as you've cast this spell, you're now just terrified of you. So you get disadvantage on any future attacks, and until the end of your next turn, and you can't move closer to it. So,
That's fine. I'm a turret. I don't want to move.
but you can still get your attack since it's simultaneous. You won't be disadvantaged on this attack, but your next attack it will be.
Oh, it's a catapult, bro.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a 4th level catapult. I don't attack. You make saves.
Okay, that's
The-
fine.
My
Um,
rules are garbage. I just
and-
want yours to be
and this is
worse.
on A, correct?
Yes.
Dex
Big
save.
mad.
Dex save fail. Wow, I cannot save against your catapults. Well, most of them.
No. 18 more damage.
Okay. He eats all
Living?
that. Yeah, it's still alive.
Okay, quick, another firebolt right at him. And here's the disadvantage. 15.
15 misses.
Okay. And on firebolt, it's no damage if
Correct. It's a
Miss,
cantrip,
okay.
saber suck.
Yep.
Or a hitter suck, but anyway. Okay. That it?
Yeah, I can't move for
right.
whatever reason. My nat 20 means I'm scared now. Cries.
It's chaos magic, man. That's how it works.
Yeah.
All right. So B is up, and he doesn't know he's not invisible anymore. So he's still. Oh no, he became invisible before because he attacked. Oh no, he didn't. Never mind. He went invisible before. All right. Well, 18 misses. Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nat 20 on Sahiri.
Did he
Oh,
make
no.
his save?
Oh, right. Well, that'll be damage. He's not gonna die. Wisdom save, right? No, dex save.
Dex.
He fails, so he takes 20 points of damage. Radiant damage, right?
Okay.
Um,
And we're not going to take that crit, so thank you for that.
okay. You're
We're just a
You're
party of no.
burning
We
your
are
reaction.
not taking
No.
crits today. Thank you
That's
for your
fine, but
application.
You still take 15 points of piercing damage.
That's
Good luck
fine,
in
but
your
it's
future
not a
endeavors.
critical hit. So
Yeah, it's not 48. It's only 2d8.
This
Yeah.
party's
The equivalent of a blue mana magic deck. We just know.
yeah. This
No.
party's catchphrase
No.
is "I think not."
All right, Murray.
Okay, so these guys.
Thank you for your
left.
interest in
Fuck.
critical hits. We are not taking applications at this time.
Is there anything metal on them? Buttons, a belt buckle, anything that I can see that looks metal?
Just their weapons.
Okay, well, fuck their weapons then, because Murray's fucking mad, so 5th level heat metal.
That stick is on fire.
So that's just an automatic fucking 5d8, because fuck you. And then he's gonna make a con save or drop the fucking weapon. Con save? Or wait, I'm not there yet. Anyway, so that's 19 fire fuck you damage when his weapon like catches fire on him. Must succeed on a con saving throw or drop the object. It's a
Yeah,
con
so he'll
17,
take-
which I'm
he-
assuming they will.
Which one were you casting this on?
Is one of them still invisible though?
No, they're both
The
visible.
one that was
No.
fucked. Oh, they're both visible. Oh, the one that tried to go invisible on me, the one that I blighted. 'cause
Okay,
I
B.
did a
So
score to settle
so
for
he
that
takes the
asshole.
19 fire damage, and he needs to make a con save to hold onto his weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he was smart, he'd drop it, but
I just
okay.
Okay. Anything else, Murray?
Cool. No. No, I mean, I'm still concentrating on heat metal, so it's still there. He just doesn't have his, or he still has his sword in his hand.
Yeah, he held onto it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's gonna take more damage next turn. So
I mean,
that's cool.
If you choose to use that bonus action, yes, of course. All right, Coco.
If I choose to, yes.
All right. Well, it feels a little repetitive, but it's working very well for her.
yoink
So,
yoink.
lather, rinse, repeat.
You are like a
Gabby.
woodpecker that's coming in and
Mm-hmm.
stabbing at the
Just
tree over and
doink.
over again.
Doink.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
a woodpecker with fire. So,
Okay, fair.
You know.
Pretty badass.
27 hits.
Okay. Oh, that's disappointing.
Which one is this
Fine.
one that you're hitting?
It's the same one. It's still A.
Okay.
It's the one she's hovering above.
Okay.
Wow, the dice do not want to roll good damage for me today.
He's,
Oh,
Fine,
he's-
no.
be that way.
Come on, let's see what your sneak attack does. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind.
That's a chunk.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Not as big a chunk as
Oh.
usual, but
He's still not
Ugh.
looking very good at all. So, and I'm guessing, whoop, back up above the head, right?
Yes.
'Kay.
Bonus action, disengage, etc., etc., etc.
All right, Siri.
stab, disengage, dip, stab, disengage, dip.
Okay. Um,
Like dive bombing him like like you know.
you might as well stick with Toll the Dead. Because there is, that whole damage thing.
Okay. Wisdom save. Epic fail. Okay.
My
And
God,
which
they
one
could
was this
fail
on? I rolled a 1, so.
saves.
Whichever one hit me.
Would be A.
I don't
'cause
remember
he's-
if that's
They
A or
both-
B anymore
they-
because
It's
I'm very
A.
confused.
A
it's A,
miss.
'cause-
B was the one who crit. A tried to hit and missed, I believe.
Okay, well, the one that hit me, B.
Okay. Okay, the one that crit you, got it. All right, so go ahead and do your full.
The one with the glowing red sword in his
Yep.
hand.
Only
Excuse you,
16
the one that
points.
tried to crit her.
All right.
And if my calculations are correct, I still have, 30 points left for my guardian buddy? 20, 30? He can do up to 60 before he disappears.
So they've taken 30 points of damage so far. So
Okay, so he's still got 30 left.
Mm-hmm.
All
But
right.
they haven't moved, so they're still, if they move whatever reason out of that range, then they can always take it again, but they haven't yet.
Yep.
So, all right, Garvin.
Okay. One of these is looking rougher than the other, correct?
They're both looking really bad, but yeah, A's looking a little bit more.
They're both
been
looking
winded.
really bad.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay. Okay. Ooh. One's closer to Sahiri than the other?
They're both within 5 feet of her. They're just in different
Okay.
spots. One's closer to you than the other one.
So as a free action, the lantern's already lit. I want to set it on the ground so hold it with my toes. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's steadied but not still pointed, and I've got some hands
Also
free.
still in your
Yeah.
physical possession.
Yeah, and still in my physical possession. So
Okay.
and I
Therefore
already
still
lit it,
invisible.
so it's nothing major there. And at that point, I'm going to cast a 2nd level chromatic orb while invis at the closest one to Sahiri.
That said, they're both in the same distance from Sahiri. One's closer to you than the other one.
Which one do I have the clearest shot of?
A.
Whichever one I have the clearest shot of. A.
The
A's
one that
getting
tried to kill you first.
All right.
Yes.
So an advantage attack his way. Well, nat 20 off the first hit.
Good
Boom.
lord.
Boom.
You don't need
And
to roll
this
a
is gonna
second.
be. I'm changing this to radiant damage.
Okay.
Bye bye, water guy.
Or 35 points of radiant damage.
You see him fall to the ground, and his body literally disintegrates into a burst of water and foam. The only thing that's left is the trident is left on the ground.
I'm not scared anymore.
I have movement. I'm walking down into the crew's quarters at this point.
Okay.
Out of sight of this thing that's still on deck that I know is about to come for me. Possibly
Okay.
seeing that, and it's where I'm going.
All right. Well, that one's dead now. Adrin, you see one more still on the other side of Sahiri. The other one you saw basically explode in like a water and foam, and then just the trident clatter to the ground.
Okay. Let's see if I explode. I do not explode. 16 is coming up a lot. We're going to do another 4th level catapult. I
Okay.
need a dex save from the homie that is left.
Fails.
Wonderful. Here's a buttload of damage. Yeah, it's decent. 22. Alive?
Still alive. Yep.
Good lord. Let me check something.
Off suckers.
Okay.
I feel
You know
like we had
what?
less trouble with the freaking Kraken.
We did. You know what? These things are a problem. I'm just gonna quicken a firebolt. 22 to hit.
Yep.
I don't like that damage.
5 points of fire.
So I'm gonna spend my other sorcery point to empower it.
Is that one that you can do multiples of in the same spell?
Yes. 10.
Okay.
But
so
I'm
it
out of
takes-
sorcery points, so no more bullshit from me.
Takes 5 more points. It is still alive, and it's his turn.
Yep.
Hi.
Let's see. It let's see. It's going to. You see it start to cast something in a.
Nope.
What's counterspell does 3 and below, and you have to roll higher, right?
Correct.
So I need you to roll.
Shit. Okay. Attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Is this considered an ability check?
This is a spell cast, so it's with counterspell. It's there's a specific number there.
I'm wondering if I'm allowed to hit Tides of Chaos for this.
Because you're rolling a ability check, yes, because it's with your Arcana, I believe, right?
Yes.
I don't have casters that use counterspell often, so
I mean, so it is. Let me read this spell. Come back. There you are. You attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. The creature ability check. Yeah, it is ability check. Save
Yep.
DC equals 10 plus spells level on a success. Yeah, so it's ability check.
yep. So I need you to roll me an ability check.
Cool. I am gonna Tides of Chaos, so I'm gonna do this at advantage. That's good because that's a 9, which is the one we're taking.
Okay. You
Cringe.
you try to counterspell it, but it doesn't go off, and the spell continues to go off. And now you have a tides that I get to use at my whim here.
Yes.
All right, so
now you can make me explode.
Hang on. So he's Adrian just tried to counterspell, right? Can I see Adrian from where I am?
yeah, he's in the doorway of heading down towards the.
Coco knows what this is because she has
All I
it in
do
her
is-
ring of spell storing.
Yeah, I mean it's either like a clap or a snap every time I do it, so she knows exactly the somatic the somatic components.
Can I try?
You have counterspell in your ring of spell storing.
I put it there.
Adrian put it there for me.
Yeah.
Okay, ring of spell storing does not.
It's
We
mine.
asked about this. We asked about this because
Yeah, I know you can
normally
use
it takes
it.
an
Hold on.
action, but but counterspell can only be a reaction. So we did
It's true.
talk about this initially.
So go ahead and give me a check for that one.
It would be
Okay.
Arcana.
Yes.
Should it not be Adrian's whatever? Because these, how does this
Oh,
work?
it is
God.
based on the person who put the spell in
it's
there.
based off the
So
caster, not the person.
so roll
wielding
your
it.
d20 and
Fuck
add and you'll add 6. It looks like.
Yeah, it's 6.
Okay, so
So just roll your d20. We'll add 6 to whatever it is.
And it doesn't say an
no.
action. It says any creature can cast a spell through it by touching the ring as a spell is cast.
no, unfortunately, that's a total of 12.
Okay.
Worth a shot.
The
Worth
counter
a
spells
shot.
are just failing today.
Yep.
It's fine.
All right. So
It's Coco's first time using the ring. She's not quite sure.
in the space where the previous creature was, a giant swirling creature of water spawns right next to it. And
Is that within 10 feet of my guardian?
yes, it is.
Bonk.
Let's see. I have to roll initiative for this thing. Hold on. So when it starts its turn, manual entry. Sorry, DM loading.
When it moves into the space, it's not when it starts its turn, it's when it moves into the space within 10 feet.
AC. D20. 10 plus 2. Okay. So, okay, so you want me to roll the... And it's a deck save? Deck save plus 2. So it fails, so it's going to take 20 points of radiant damage. So that's 50 points of damage that your elemental has done.
Guardian's got 10 more left.
Okay. All right. So that is that creature's turn. So Murray, you're now up.
Come on. Fuck. So I'm going to burn one of my wild shapes to turn into basically my myconid form. 40 temporary HP is kind of clutch right now, and I'm gonna look at the dude like, should have dropped it, and I'm gonna hit him with a bonus action with my 5th level heat metal again. So, oh no, that's healing word. Sorry, negate that. That's healing word. I clicked the wrong thing. 5d8. There we go. Okay, so that's 28 fire damage there, and another con save to not drop.
You see he explodes into water and foam, and again his trident drops to the ground. However, you now have a elemental that has now raged and is now still up and attacking you guys.
Yeah, I'll stop the concentration on the burning trident because that's gonna burn a hole through the ship now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else? You did bonus action.
Hey. I did bonus action was the heat metal.
You still have your movement action.
Oh, my movement.
Yes.
I don't Oh man, am I gonna belly up to another? You know what? Yeah, Murray's just gonna be a big ballsy dude. I'm gonna belly right up to the raging elemental. Big mushroom man bellying up to the elemental.
Okay.
With my stick.
All right, Coco, you see this giant, this large elemental is kind of sitting there with water swirling through it, and it has come up and right next to Sahiri.
Okay.
The caster would.
Yeah, that's kind of what so which one was it that conjured it? Was it A or B?
Well, they're both A and B are both dead. So,
yeah, they're both dead.
They're both dead.
Still there.
Yeah.
Ah, shoot. I missed the bit where they died. Okay, and the thing is still there.
Yeah.
Mother of pearl. All right. Coco somehow thinks that her flame tongue rapier is not going to be nearly as effective as she would like against this thing. But she also doesn't have a million options, and when all you have is a hammer, all your problems start looking like nails. So, let's see. Is anyone? You said it's right next to Sahiri, right?
Yeah, it basically spawned in the spot where A died, but it's large, so it's taking up more spaces than the creature itself. So,
okay, well,
for sakes, it's 4 squares big.
all right. Well, let's see what happens when we try to stab the big swirly thing. Oh, that's not gonna hit anything.
It does miss. You are correct.
Yeah. Coco's is like, the hell is that? And same as before, bonus action, disengage and move up and out of the way.
Got it. All right. Sahiri.
So this thing's within
It's right in
my
your face.
range.
Yep.
It's right in my face.
Yep.
Cool. That's just fantastic. Okay. So I am going to do Vampiric Touch on it at 3rd level. So I need to attempt to reach out and touch it. I'm assuming a 27 will reach out and touch it.
Yeah, easily.
Okay. I am going to take 12 hit points from it, and I am getting 6 back.
So 12 points of damage, you get half that back. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Not much else I can. Well, no, at this point, yeah, not much else I can do.
Is Vampiric Touch a concentration spell? Oh, but your Guardian Faith is not. Never mind. Ignore that. Never mind.
Okay.
All right. Garvin, you see this giant
What?
water creature just appear
I went
behind
down the
Sahiri.
steps, so I'll walk back
Oh,
up.
yeah,
And I would see the water creature when I come back up the steps.
Yeah, you would have heard the
Uh,
roar, and as you kind of come back up, you see this large water creature has spawned behind Sahiri.
Okay. Another level 2 chromatic orb radiant damage at this point coming its way.
You hit?
19 to hit.
Yep.
For 18 points of radiant damage.
Yowza. Okay. Yeah,
And then I walk back down the stairs again.
This is your version of disengage.
Okay, so the creature is now up. It moves forward, and it actually moves into your space, Sahiri. And was anybody else within range of Sahiri? How far away were you, Murray?
I was belly up with the elemental.
Okay, so it has now moved into both your spaces.
As it moves, I burst in a necrotic plume, and I need him to make a con DC 17 as my reaction.
Con save.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna fail. Yep.
Oh, cool! Because I'm a Myconid now, he takes double damage, so it's 2d8.
Nice.
Yeah, doubled your ones. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, but it does look like it takes all that damage. So
That is
All right.
such a Murray thing
All
to
right.
do right there. Just like, yeah, fuck you.
So I need both of you to make me a strength saving throw.
Oh no. Oh no. The homies.
Is-
Okay.
it's
an
20
8.
Murray.
Okay. Murray, you are pushed out of the space. You do not take any damage. Sahiri,
Okay.
you take.
You're getting waterboarded by the sea.
You take 16 points of
So
bludgeoning damage, and you are now grappled. You're restrained and unable to breathe, as you are now basically grabbed inside the elemental. Okay. And then I need to roll. Okay. All right, Adrian. You saw this creature move into their space. Murray kind of pushed himself out of the water, but you see Sahiri is literally inside this creature.
Okay. I'm gonna cast a 3rd level chromatic orb at it. I don't know what else to do here.
Well, first I need you to roll me a d20 and then a d100. as I know you burned tides.
13.
Kinda
Oh, you're
glad I
giving
have
me back
40
my
temp
tides.
HP.
Okay, cool,
Yep.
cool. 66. No, 69. Nice. Oh,
Nice.
shit.
Giggity.
I'm glad I have temp HP.
Okay.
Just in case.
I'm glad Garvin backed up.
So, no explosion. You lucky on that one.
Okay. Oh,
'cause
the 13 was
but
what saved.
The
Okay,
13,
cool.
yeah. So 13 saved you there.
Yep. The
but
table was
for the
different.
next hour, you're rolling a d4 from your any ability checks.
That's fine. I don't make those. I'm weak, boy.
So, but that's what happens.
Okay. And then the chromatic orb. We're gonna do this as, let's see, cold. I don't know what else to hit it with, so I'm gonna hit it with cold. 18?
Okay, 18 will hit.
Nice. $13 damage? Does
Okay.
it seem to hurt Sahiri?
So, you see the creature partially freeze as you hit it,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't
As
seem like
was my intention.
as of right now, it doesn't seem like it has an effect on Sahiri. But it looks like it's. I
Bet.
mean, it's not fully frozen, but you look like it's gonna be a slightly slower.
Cool. Got it. I love it. That's all. That's all I can do. I don't have anything else left. I burned everything killing the thing that tried to kill my brother.
Okay, Murray.
I might get pulled in, but I'm gonna try. I want to try to reach into the elemental, see if I can go and like grab Sahiri's foot and like try
Okay.
to yank her out or something.
That's fine. It's an
There it
action. You can
is.
do that. Give me a strength check, please.
Strength check. Strength check.
Okay,
Pow, 19.
so you reach out and you pull Sahiri out of the elemental. Sahiri, you take a gasp of breath as you finally were able to breathe, as this thing has had you trapped inside it.
Okay, how's she going, eh?
Anything
And
else?
then, yeah. No, my bonus actions are kind of
It's
limited.
Typical. That's
I'm not a circle of the
normalizes.
moon. I can't do any cool shit. Oh no, I
Alright.
didn't cast a spell. That's not true. I can do shit. I am going to, because it's a bonus action, 3rd level healing word, Sahiri. Get
Okay.
up, eh? So I will cast that, and 3rd level healing word, 3d4 plus 5. Sahiri takes a whole 13 HP. Woo!
All right, Coco. You saw Sahiri get pulled out of this thing.
Ugh. Does Sahiri look more or less?
What?
I mean, she's wet.
Fine. We're good.
Or does she look like
Sahiri's
she's
fine.
She
Okay,
just,
No, I'm good. I'm just wet.
all right? In which case, well, more stabbings. All right,
absolutely.
presumably that'll hit.
27 will hit. Yeah.
Okay, that's damage. I assume the fire damage is not going to do too much, but we're going to roll it anyway. And
Didn't look like it did. It didn't look like it was reduced anyway.
It's-
So
is anyone in melee with it?
yeah, Murray and
Yeah.
Sahiri are both
Okay,
in melee.
perfect.
Can I do the big damage, boss?
No, well, I mean it's not even doing that much. The dice do not like me today. The damage dice, anyway.
Yeah.
The d20s are kind of meh. They're like, yeah, maybe we'll
mean,
cooperate,
with-
maybe we won't.
With bonuses like yours, though, who needs good rolls?
Well, that's just it. Like the rolls are not great, and it's only the bonuses that are allowing me to do anything. At least I'm
Okay.
doing what I'm good at.
All right.
Killing
If I
Is
was
that
doing
it?
something I was
Well,
bad at,
other
I wouldn't
than
be doing anything at all.
disengage and move away. Anything else?
There's not much I can do other than stab and make sure I don't die in case someone else needs help.
Yep. Stab and run. Got it. Okay. Siri.
Go ahead and make that Toll the Dead.
Coco's makes a mental note to talk
D20.
to Adrian about opening up a separate chain of
13, I'm sure
inns
fails.
called the Stab and Run.
13 fails.
Be a franchise.
Then it fails.
Cool. All right, working on the damage. $17.
17 necrotic damage. Got it. Anything else?
How is it looking?
It's not looking good.
Okay, then no, I'm good.
Okay,
I hate you so much.
Garvin.
So I come back up the stairs. What's going on?
You still see this large elemental. It's a little bit further on than it was before. But you see Sahiri and Murray right next to it. But it looks like it's starting to it's a little bit more sluggish in its movements.
It's frozen a little bit.
Oh, sluggish in its moments. It looks a little frosty.
Yeah, there's a chunk of it that's frozen because I hit it.
Okay. I'll do a icy chromatic orb at it.
Okay.
14 hit.
You hit.
The brothers elemental
This is only
chaos.
at first level. I don't have much juice left. Eight cold damage.
It is enough as it roars and then just collapses into water on the deck.
Oh, thank goodness.
That was kind of a workout.
As you
You
guys
guys
have
good?
The mood on the ship starts to change a little bit as you guys have just defeated a couple of Marids and a water elemental. And a hard-fought battle that was. You guys
Knowing these things are like a bit about the names that like it was enough that I knew their name. I'm gonna just go search their stuff to see if there's anything.
The only thing they dropped
the
was
only thing that
tridents.
dropped was the
Tridents.
tridents. Their bodies literally turned into foam and water.
Do they look magical?
The tridents do not. They look like standard. I mean, they're very ornate, but they're mundane tridents.
Gavin just leaves it alone.
I put it in my bag of holding. Both of them.
Okay. All right.
Decorations.
And with the end of that combat, I think we're going to take our break for the evening. So we're going to take about a 5-minute break, come back, and then we'll finish up here as we're kind of doing a little bit of a hex crawl to where we're going. So we'll see what happens in between.
Yay,
So
hex
hang tight,
crawl.
guys, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for hanging out while we broke away for a little bit there. But so the party just defeated two essentially Jins of water elemental worlds. Sorry, of the elemental plane of water. There we go. And yeah, it was quite the battle. However, the day is not done yet. I need Sahiri to roll me a d20 to see if we get ourselves another encounter or if you guys get your rest for the evening. As that battle took quite a bit out of you. Okay, so Sahiri rolled a 15. You guys are in good shape. You guys managed to rest up through the night as the first day has gone through. It almost went by uneventfully until this
Until it didn't.
Until it didn't. Exactly. So, you guys can go ahead and take your long rest. You feel better. First thing in the morning, you guys wake up. Captain Legs has had Cookie make you guys, right? That was his name I gave him, right?
Yes.
Cookie? Yes.
Yep, Cookie.
Cookie the ship cook. Make you guys a nice breakfast. Adrian can sit in and watch him, take his notes and all that information for that.
At this point, I think I'm just helping him every day.
Okay.
I've taken on a new job at this.
And then God, brain just went. You guys are up the next morning, and we're gonna kind of roll through this again. So I'll need Murray to make me another d20 roll, unless there's something you guys want to have a discussion about or talk about before you guys get where you're heading.
We got nap time?
Yes, you got a long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, take your long rest,
because I spent everything. Yeah.
I mean, Murray's sweaty but he's armored to the tits now because
you're on the ocean. It's a little cooler because you're getting the breeze and everything like that. So you're going to be a little more comfortable. You're not going to deal with the exhaustion you would if you had checked the jungle. So you're actually going to be okay in your armor. But Murray, give me a d20, please.
Okay. Hey,
Okay.
Not my problem this time.
All right, Adrian.
Huh? Okay. Sorry, I got distracted for a second there. Yes.
Okay, Coco.
Hex crawls are so full of suspense, man.
They are.
At least we didn't choose to go the river route.
Okay.
Nothing I can do about that.
That was close. It was not my number. So, Garvin.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And Sahiri.
See if Kalemvor is testing us today.
I'm not gonna have you bend luck on a random encounter roll here. So no. Okay. Hold on 1 second.
God damn it. No, Kalemvor is testing us today.
All right.
Not all random encounters are bad.
I mean, that's very true, but knowing us.
So you guys, it's getting to be late in the day. It's not quite night. You can still see the sun on the horizon. The ship has still been moving. Oh, give me Adrian, give me another D100 real quick. I want to make sure, see how far you guys have gotten.
What?
This is for the direction of the wind.
Okay. 72.
Okay, so you guys is still, the wind has just been in your favor pretty much the whole way you guys have been flying. As you guys have kind of come around a little bit further on, the evening's kind of coming along. The air in the region kind of gets chilly. Everybody give me a perception check. Okay. Murray, Coco, and
Yeah.
Adrin. In the distance, you see a shadow, kind of along that's kind of moving against the sky. From that distance, you think it's pretty large, whatever it is.
Like dragon big.
It's pretty damn large. It's a
Having
little far
been
away
ver-
from to be able to see
Yeah.
it, but it's pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Thing.
Dinosaur?
I really hope that's not a dinosaur, because that's a big fucking thing.
I mean,
And the
everyone's
captain's like,
doom,
that
Don't.
that be no
Yeah.
dinosaur I've ever seen, and he kind of pulls out this device and he elongates it out and he kind of looks through it with his eye. It's a hand telescope, and he looks through it and he's like, nobody do anything stupid. That be a dragon.
Coco immediately clamps one hand on Garvin's wrist. Just the
And by the looks of
Adrin's
it,
dead with laughter.
it either be a silver or a white.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay. Hey, Adrian,
Can
are
you-
you
can
ready
you
to
bring
flirt with
the-
another dragon?
Can you bring the boat to a stop, please, quickly?
To a stop? You want us to stop when there's a dragon nearby?
Yes.
Yes, please. Wait, no. Never mind. I'm getting. He thinks for a second. Bad idea. And he tells Legs to keep going.
So captain's like, we're gonna get closer to the shore. It's kind of way off to the starboard side. So you can see there's a little bit of an island chain to the north. You think wherever this is, it might be up in that region. But you don't want to get any closer to find out. Neither does Captain Legs, as he starts having the ship move closer to the land. It's a little dangerous and a little dicey, but you can see these giant cliffs along the edge of the northwestern section of Chult. It's like, there shouldn't be anything we have to worry about on the close to the land, but other than potential rocks. But my crew can keep us safe from that. But I'm not messing with no dragon.
So the dragon is in the region of like the Mother of Mists.
It's further
Islands?
than that. As I said,
Okay.
you can see it. It was a shadow of a distance. So
Okay.
it's probably further on, probably more towards Lanton, which is just past the Mother of Mist.
Okay, so the fact that we can see it means it's freaking massive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, everybody, pretend we're not here.
eventually you guys kind of go away. The temperature starts coming back up as you think you're kind of out of this region that might be affected by it. But you do not provoke it at all.
Coco disappears into the rigging.
So another day passes and you guys kind of make it through. But yeah, you found that to be a little hairy.
Unsettling.
All right.
Still not as bad as the time we accidentally teleported to an evil, different sphere of existence.
Oh, we don't
Fair.
talk about that.
All right, so you guys, another morning comes through. You guys get another night's sleep. You guys didn't use a spell, so you don't have to do anything of that. But you're now on the dawn of the third day, and we're gonna keep on rolling. So, Murray, go ahead. Well, your morning breakfast gets
Spicy.
it's a little spicy here. Give me 1 second.
Good stuff.
A little bit of chorizo, some blood sausage to start the morning off.
Chorizo.
All right, so as you guys are kind of moving along, you're having your breakfast. The crew is pretty much a skeleton crew. As you guys kind of get there, you hear from upstairs, ship ahead.
Bollocks.
And almost at that point, you hear a thump as something bumps against the side of the ship, and you hear the sound of charging onto the ship.
That was fast.
Uh-huh. I charge up on deck.
As you do, you see there are a number of humanoid creatures on the ship.
Snack hanging out of my mouth. I'm just...
Looks like there's about 12 of them. They're all wielding. What are they wielding here? Hold on. They're all wielding great axes.
That's fine. Are they all coming from the same side?
They have all gotten onto the ship, so they're all kind of spread out on the deck.
Okay. Well, as soon as I hit the deck and see a bunch of dudes, I don't pay any more attention. I want to continue my movement and do a thing, if that's okay.
Well, I need you to roll initiative first, because it's
Okay.
going to initiate as soon as you guys get up there. And we'll switch the music over here back to
Cool.
my combat music.
Today's
if I
my
can find
day
it.
for those high rolls.
Everybody rolled. Okay. All right,
Some of
Coco.
These guys are stupid.
There's a lot of these guys up here. They're all wearing like hide armor, wielding these large axes. This will be hard to picture a little bit, so we'll do it the best we can.
You said they were human or humanoid?
They're humanoid. There's like half orcs, and there's orcs, and there's human in there. It's a mix of different things.
Okay, but standard-ish races.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not talking like humanoid in a. Oh, that's another
No,
new
there's
thing I haven't
nothing
seen
that
yet.
yeah,
Okay.
no, nothing that odd or off about them.
Okay. Is there any one of them that looks like they are in charge and giving out orders?
You don't see anybody. It looks like they're all kind of just. If you've seen the movie or seen the series of Firefly, they're like almost like Reavers in that they're just like a hive mind of just all kind of attacking all at once.
Okay, I have seen that, and no, thank you.
Goram Reavers?
Okay, well,
Ah.
I'm going to continue with my theme. I'm going to go in and try to stab the nearest one and see what happens.
Okay.
Stabbity.
Stabbity, stabbity. Time to give him the jabbity.
22 will absolutely hit.
Okay. And I assume that because I went first, none of my allies are in melee.
Correct.
So there's
Yeah, still did 20 points of damage without sneak attack.
and bonus action disengage and up out of the reach of the battle axes.
Atta girl. I have a lot of hit points.
Coco's not a slouch when it comes to hit points, but if she can avoid getting hit, she will.
Okay. All right. You said your bonus action flew away. Okay.
Yeah.
Who would be the next person up on the stairs after Coco had just?
I mean, based on initiative order or based on before we hit initiative order?
Before, like when you guys had come up and seen. Okay, so Adrian, the one that Coco just hit is going to come up because she just flew away, but he sees you
fine.
come up and he's going to come up and swing at you.
This is gonna hurt a whole bunch, but I have a lot of ouch
and
to take.
He's doing it recklessly.
Sweet.
We do enjoy ourselves a reckless attack.
Yeah.
So 19 to hit
Hits.
for a whopping 13 points of slashing damage.
I can't see the rolls.
Oh, why did it switch back to self again?
13 points?
13 points. There we go.
Ow. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's fine.
'Kay.
Oh. Yeah, we had a whole day off yesterday. You can have whatever spell you want from my list.
All right. Garvin.
Okay. Are any of these guys like bunched up in a chunk?
So again, there's 12 of them that have got on board. So
Okay.
you'll be able to get quite a few of them all at once if you wanted to do something.
Well, like a 15-foot cone, as many of them as I could get.
15-foot cone from where coming. If you moved up into that, you could get.
Yeah.
I'd say you could easily get 6 of them.
Okay, beautiful. Garvin's gonna get in position to get 6 of them. He's gonna cast a 3rd level Burning Hands. However, he's going to change the damage to Psychic.
Okay.
Oh, boy. What color is psychic damage?
I have no idea. Let's say pink. Why not?
Okay.
Seems like it.
Makes sense to me.
I don't know.
All right. That's a con
it is
save
a-
or
No, Dex save DC 16.
1 fail, 2 fail, 3 fail, 4 saved, 5
Yay.
fail, 6 fail. Okay, so one of them saved.
24 psychic damage.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Are they still standing?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Garvin takes the op attack and moves away from the one that's in range. To op
Okay. It was
attack
just
him.
it was just one of them. Well, hold on. Let me roll that again because he was rolling with advantage because he was reckless. It was the same one that it came up and hit Adrian.
Yep.
But it's a 24
That hits. Oh yeah.
for 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay. And I'm gonna move like back to back with Adrian or like side by side, basically.
That makes this even more amusing.
Well, there's 4 of them that are up next, so they're gonna move in 2 on each of you.
That's fine.
So
Yeah, but if I didn't go beside him, they were gonna all try and hit him.
you're not incorrect on that one.
Which
All right,
is also
so
fine.
they're all attacking recklessly. That didn't freaking matter. Second one on Garvin. Did that again not freaking matter? Oh my god. All right, Adrian. What the hell? There we go. Now I got one.
Everybody. Okay.
What's the
That's a big hit.
Yeah, 23 on Adrian.
Yeah, that'll hit. Avi.
For 8 points of damage.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's not a whole lot.
No.
But the fact that I had advantage on all of them, so 5 of the 6 guys that you hit with your burning hands, all you guys all have advantage on any melee attacks against them.
Cool.
Oh, any attack rolls. Sorry, any attack rolls. It's not just weapon attacks. It's attack rolls have advantage. So
Oh,
all right.
ho, ho.
Sahiri, you see the 6 or 5 guys up on 2 of them on Garvin, 3 of them on Adrian right now.
About how far away are they from me when I'm assuming I get to the top of
Well, when
the
they
stairs or wherever?
they moved up, so they're literally right at the edge of the steps. They're
That-
kind of
Not this far.
yeah. You can get around on
Okay.
Garvin's side to get around to at least one of them.
I am looking to cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
You said there are 3 on one and 2 on the other.
Yeah, so they're kind of they're at the both of them are standing side by side at the top of the doorway, and then there's 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's another one
Okay.
just behind them.
Well, the closest one that's right, there. That's where I'll cast the spiritual weapon next to that one.
Okay.
So it gets its attack. A 12, I'm assuming, does not
It
hit.
misses, correct.
And then since that's a bonus action, let's stick with Toll the Dead on that one that's right there.
Okay. So this is the same one. Wisdom save fails.
Okay. Then it has not been damaged, correct?
That one has been, yes.
Okay. Well, that changes that then. That was a crappy 7.
Okay. All right. That's it for Sahiri. Adrin.
Okay. Careful storm sphere centered on myself,
Okay.
choosing all of us to automatically succeed on the save.
Okay.
So no one on our side takes any damage.
Okay. All right. Storm sphere.
Do you want me to see if I blow up?
Yes.
Okay. It feels fair. 4. No death.
Okay. So each creature in the sphere, when it appears at the end of their turn, must succeed on a strength saving throw or take 2d6 damage. Okay. So they all have to
DC
make
17.
all,
Nice.
and it's within
DC
20
17.
feet.
Yep.
So that's going to hit more than just those guys.
Actually, instead of centering it on myself, I will position it so that it hits the least amount of ship and the most amount of bad guys.
Okay, it'll be fine against the ship. So,
Okay.
all right.
then
Well,
just- we're at the
let
edge
me
of
just
it.
go through, and it's a strength save. What's your DC?
17.
All right, 1
Good luck.
passes, 2 passes, 3 fails, 4 fails, 5 fails, 6 passes. So 1, 2, 6 fails. And then last one passes. Okay. So you managed to hit 8 of them with this. 3 of them passed. 1, 2, and 6.
Okay. Of Oh wait, so this does 2d6 bludgeoning damage to the ones that failed.
Yep.
4.
Okay. 4.
And I believe they
4,
also
2,
get
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Okay.
okay.
And you can also, as a bonus action, use to cause a bolt of lightning to pick one creature.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. So the one that slashed me, I would like to. Did he succeed or fail?
Let's
first
see
one that hit me
which one.
for
He
13.
failed. No, he succeeded.
failed.
No, he
Okay.
succeeded. He succeeded. The rest of them.
Whatever. I'm gonna hit him with a lightning bolt for my bonus action.
Okay.
24 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. And it's 4d6, so I'll just roll the damage twice. 4, 6, so 10.
10 points of damage. Okay. Oops, wrong one. Not dead, but ouch. Okay.
Also, the area is now difficult terrain,
Yep.
and nobody can hear anything.
Yep. Nobody's
Yeah,
died,
that
so
kinda-
nothing can get up next to you. Okay, well, they're going to just ready in case something comes up, but none of them can get up and reach you. Actually, 2 of them are going to go up and attack the helmsman, who's the only other one on board. And miss. And hit. Okay. Ow. All right, so the helmsman has taken a massive blow, but he has not dropped just yet, but he is hurting badly. Murray. You're muted. Muted.
You muted. Start over.
Someone cast silence on the stairwell. Don't worry about it. So, as I'm running up the stairs, I'm going to assume my myconid form, and I'm going to run up to the helm and square off with Dick Van Duschensmertz, and I'm going to first level healing word the helmsman because I see he's not doing so hot.
Okay.
Healing word cast, and 1d4 plus 5. He gets 6.
Okay. So he's feeling better.
So yeah, big angry mushroom man, not happy.
No.
It's my turn.
Okay.
Contemplating eating them later, but we'll talk about that later.
So the last one's gonna move up and try and hit the bows, trying to hit the helmsman as well. And he got him
He
again.
moves within 10 feet. Con save for my halo spores, please.
Also subtract a d4.
Okay, well then he misses. Most likely. Oh, I gotta roll the d4. Hold on. Doop. Okay, nope, he misses. So never mind.
Good.
Back to the top, Coco.
Okay, well, we definitely don't want these bozos going after crew. We need the crew. The crew are our buddies. So Coco's gonna zip over to where the how many of them are attempting to go after the helmsman?
So there are 3 on the helmsman, and that's
Oh.
it. Yeah. Well, one of them came up at the very last second. So.
Okay.
Okay. Has anyone have any of them taken? Which one of them? Which
Of
ones
those
are
3, none of them
damaged?
have taken any of them. None of them have taken damage.
Rude. Okay,
Yet.
well let's fix that. Were their attacks reckless or were they?
Yes, every single except for there's like a few of them that are not. So, but
Well,
they
they're
haven't
in
got.
melee with.
Oh, they haven't gotten
They're
up
in
there.
melee
So
with an ally.
the 3
They're in
that have
melee with an
gone
ally
up to
anyway.
him, yeah, the 3 that have gone up to him all attacked recklessly. So yes, they are all advantage.
Okay. I mean, they're in melee with an ally anyway, but still, it's nice to know. All right, I'm gonna stab them through their eyeballs from the back, or not. That probably will not hit.
You had advantage because they
Oh,
attacked
oh.
recklessly.
Right.
So remember
That's
that.
true. Thank goodness. Ooh, okay, that's better.
I mean, you hit either way, but yes.
There we go. That'll hit. All right. Stabity. And further stabity. And
for that sweet
further
stabby
stabity.
damage. 23.
Hey.
Good God.
That's sweet jugular damage.
Okay, yeah, he's not looking good. You see him, he's bleeding pretty bad. So.
Fuck this dude in particular.
Okay.
And bonus action disengage and whoop.
Okay. All right.
The damn like I need to get those boots away from her. This is ridiculous.
The original one that was on Adrin is going to continue recklessly because they're dumb. That is a dirty 20.
Yeah.
For 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay, and so what does that make my concentration save come to?
14. You're good.
I succeed.
Okay. All right, Garvin.
They bunched up anywhere again?
You still have
Like,
a ton
right
of
in
them
front of
on
us.
you. There are 3 more. Wait, was it? You guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of them behind them, and then there's 3 of them up with the helmsman.
So, I
So
could
they're
get 6 again.
yes, because they're pretty tightly bunched up. So
Yeah, another psychic wave of energy.
deck save, correct?
Yes, DC 16. 3rd level again.
Fail, 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 fail. They all fail.
Good
23 psychic
lord.
damage.
He's dead. He's not. He's not. Actually, most of them are not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, they're all still alive, but they are not looking very good.
Yeah, that would be it, I think, for me.
Well, all right. So the next 4 guys are still alive, and again, 2 on. Oops, that's supposed to be 2 on Garvin. God damn it! I cannot hit.
Womp womp.
Next one on Garvin. Finally, 23.
23 is gonna hit, yeah.
Okay. 13 points of slashing damage. And then 2 on Adrin. 21, I think, hits Adrin
Uh-huh.
for 11 points.
Ow.
And then the second attack, 14.
Has it been my turn again?
Not yet.
Then it hits.
Okay. 15 points of damage that time.
Okay. So what kind of concentration saves do I need to make?
20.
On
The last
both?
hit. On the last hit's 20.
Okay, what
So
do I have to hit on the first one?
The first one was 11, so it's 15 or 16.
Okay. So we'll just roll that one flat and we nailed it. And then the second one, we nailed it.
You're good. All right. Next up is Sahiri.
Okay. Well, spiritual weapon is still by 1, yes.
Yes.
In the sphere.
I mean, it's immune, so it doesn't matter.
No, I know. It's just amusing that, like, inside of a storm sphere, these guys are being battered by a spiritual weapon.
20 is going to hit.
Yep.
12 points of damage.
Okay, he's still alive.
Well, then let's add insult to injury and give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save, eh? Fails.
Mm-hmm. Eight points of Toll the Dead.
And he did.
That's it.
Okay, Adrin.
So because my back is already on Garvin, I am going to choose him as the extra creature when I dimension door up to the crow's nest.
Okay. So you guys see a kind of this doorway open up and boop! Garvin and Adrin kind of vanish from in front of you.
Storm Sphere is still up.
Correct, because that's not a concentration.
Anybody still alive inside that?
Yes.
Cool.
All but 2 guys are dead.
Not for long.
Yeah.
So there's still 3, 4, 5, 6 guys still in there.
Okay.
No, 5 guys still in there.
5 guys. Now I'm hungry.
That was my lunch.
I cannot boom this turn, but I will hit with lightning bolt. I will attempt. 14?
14 hits.
Oh wait, I have advantage.
Yes, because they are all been attacking recklessly.
Also because they're inside the sphere.
That's true too.
21. All right. Either way, I hit. So.
Yep.
5 damage
Nice.
plus 7.
It's 12.
I'm bad at math. 12. Thank you.
And that, well, you see the one that you hit with the lightning bolt just jatter and then fall to the ground dead.
Good. Good.
All right. Who was next in behind Adrin
Garvin.
and Garvin?
Probably
Probably
Murray.
me. I was lowest in the initiative for some
'Kay.
sad reason because the game.
Yeah, I
hates me
was
today.
first one on deck and yet like almost the last one to go. I
So
feel you.
there are 4 more guys that move up to you.
4, huh?
Uh-huh.
They're still inside the sphere though, so you still.
It's yeah, they'll still be in the sphere and they still have difficult terrain, but they can still get up to them.
Yeah.
And it's still gonna
All right.
reckless.
So, one of them that's the one that's right up next to me. I'm gonna
They will all
tee
be.
off with my yeah. Well, actually, yeah, that's true. Coco also stabbed one of them.
Yes.
I'm gonna look at bloody Bob there and be like, "Hey, Chief, let me introduce you to a new sport I'm inventing." And then I'm gonna tee off on his head like T-ball with the Staff of the Woodlands.
No, this is it's not your turn. These are I'm just letting you know these guys are moving up to you to attack.
Okay,
So you're not there yet.
I'm good. Okay,
Well, the first one misses because I forgot to roll
that's
with
what's
advantage
going
that
on in
time.
my head. So
Second one 21?
Yeah. Well, I'm wearing my armor now, so my AC's 15. So
Okay. All right, I'll remember that.
little bit
So
better.
15 points of damage.
I will
Ow.
also
Okay.
remember that.
That one's going to hit because that's 19 on the die. 10 points of damage.
Okay. Oh man, I'm just losing mushrooms at this point.
And 14 hits for...
Misses.
No, 14 misses.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said 14 was your AC. Whoops, you said 15.
AC,
No,
no, AC's 15.
15.
Yeah.
15. Okay.
15. 50.
Adrin will remember this.
Okay. Well, and then there's 2 on the helmsman since nobody's in their range. Since somebody decided to fly off.
One of them, okay, as soon as one goes to tee off on the helmsman, I'm going to erupt in my halo of spores. I need a DC 17 con save, please.
I don't think he can do that, but maybe. Oh, wait, nope, he failed.
Okay, so he takes a 2d8 necrotic. Give me a second here.
Fine.
He takes 6 necrotic as
Okay.
I puffball in his face.
All right.
Take that, eh?
Still alive. And then the second one attacks. And oop, that's not good. And the helmsman goes down.
Well, that's going to be a problem.
The other one that's there stands by his comrades and readies an attack. Murray.
Cool. So the one that Coco teed off on, they're like, "Hey, here's a new sport for you. I call it fuck you." And then I baseball swing at his head with the Staff of the Woodlands. So that is a natural 20 on the hit. So that'll be 2d8 plus. It also doubles the necrotic damage because I'm in my myconid form still. So the initial burst of damage is 12, and then he takes 2d6 necrotic from my poison spores. He takes another 3 necrotic.
All right. Well, he didn't take as much as he thought it was going to take there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's only like a 1d8 for a 2-hander. So, you know. Did it tickle his giblets though?
So this was the one that took down the helmsman, right?
It's the one that Coco teed off on already.
Oh, right. Oops, I did that wrong.
Because I need a little bit of help here, and I'm trying to kill him.
He is not looking good. So, but
God damn it!
all right. Coco.
Yeah.
So does it look like the helmsman is unconscious, or does it look like he's like dead?
From your distance, he's not moving, so you can't really tell unless you're gonna go down and do a medicine check as an action.
I am not going to do a medicine check as an action. I am, however, going to use my ring of spell storing and attempt a healing word.
Okay.
Which is
All right. I'm gonna give you a chance to bring him back. Give me a medicine check with that.
or mine or Sahiri's.
Yours. You'll only get the Sahiri's healing.
Meh. Meh. Ooh.
I mean, that ain't bad.
Okay.
I'll take
Uh,
that. I'll take that roll.
And what level spell was the?
It's a first level. So it's a. I think healing word itself is.
I think if you
first
only put
level.
if you only put the first
It's-
level in
yeah,
there.
it's it's just a
Sahiri,
level
what's
1
your healing words? A D4 plus what?
plus whatever her spellcasting.
So it's
modifier is.
9.
9 points. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So you see a gasp come from the helmsman.
And I'm going to. Coco's going to take her movement and drop down in front of him. She
Okay.
can't actually do anything, but she doesn't want them hitting this guy while he's down.
Okay. So as you do that, the guy who had his action
Yeah.
readied is going to swing at you.
That's fine.
21 to hit
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 14 points of slashing damage.
Hey.
Garvin.
Big glob of them still.
They're thinning out quickly. There
how many
are
can I get?
quickly enough.
there are 5 of them still in front of you guys.
Well,
Oh, well,
in front of the
those
group.
5 get another psychic wave. This time, you know what? Can I do another third?
Oh wait, they're not in
yeah,
front of you anymore because you were were dimension doored up on top of the crow's
that's
nest.
right. Hold on, I'm in the crow's nest.
We got that sniping point
Never
now,
mind.
buddy.
Never mind. I am gonna just Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. We both about to start doing pew pews.
You have advantage on them because
7.
they've all recklessly attacked.
The 17 on the first one, then, and then 27 on the second.
You hit on both.
Holy gods.
Oh god.
First guy takes 5, and then the second guy takes 7. I'm hitting 2 different targets.
Okay. Yep.
And
They both-
Garvin's not really picking. He's just randomly aiming at bodies
Yeah.
down there at this point.
That's fine. They're definitely not looking great though. Well, none of them really are. Well, actually, there's a couple of them that are, but
Not for long.
I mean, with a little with a little bit of pampering, maybe a nice day off or two, they'd probably look okay.
all right.
Or something,
2 of them are moving up to Sahiri. Uh, 24. I know hits. 4 points of slashing damage. And the second one also is going to hit with a 24 for... Oh, that one's going to be max damage. That's 15 points of slashing damage.
Whew.
And Sahiri, you're now up.
Okay, so which one of those 2 guys is looking the worst off?
The second one that hit you.
And how far away from my spiritual weapon are they? Can I
10
get
feet.
to it? One of them
Easily.
this round? Okay. So the one that's worse off is gonna take the hit from the spiritual weapon.
Okay, and you have advantage, remember.
It got a 22 and a 21 and a 23. So
it hits.
the
Yeah.
23 I'm assuming will hit.
Yep.
For 11 points of spiritual weapon damage,
He's still alive.
Bonk.
and I need that same gentleman to make a wisdom
Fails.
save. Cool.
Cool.
And you see him. You hear this audible bell, and he grabs his head and he falls down to the ground dead.
With 21
bong.
points of damage, yeah. That was excessive.
Bing bong, you're dead.
He would have died with the minimum, so you were good. All
Yeah.
right,
Doesn't
Adrin.
matter. Now he's really dead.
Yeah, he's yeah.
So now that I'm up here in the crow's nest, looking down at everything, how many people are inside the storm sphere,
1, 2 are left
including
inside the
party
storm
members?
sphere,
2. Okay.
and
then
then
how many people are just off to the side of it because I cut off their?
There are
m-
3 more that are
egress?
waiting outside of it that haven't taken any damage, and then there's 3 more that are on the helmsman at the moment, and Murray.
So if I'm careful and keep it above the deck, I could theoretically cast a fireball to hit all 5.
On a wood ship.
Careful not to hit the deck. I can choose a point in the air and it blasts before it.
Oh,
hits
that's
the
true.
deck.
Yeah, you can just choose a point and it goes.
True.
Been a long time since I used fireball.
Okay, because it's still a point. You're at okay. All right.
Okay.
I gotcha. You'll get. You'll
we're
probably get
gonna-
the ones that are in the sphere, and the 3 that are outside of it.
Yeah, those are the 5 I wanted to hit.
'Kay.
So we're gonna do this one at 5th.
All right. So this is a dex save.
Yep, DC 17. I will also roll my
One
D20 first. Hold on.
saved. All right.
Okay, I
Okay.
do not explode.
1 saved. 2 failed. 3
I'm
failed.
not seeing these.
4 failed. It's
Okay.
rolling itself again. I don't know why. 5.
Yeah.
All right. So only the first one saved. All the other 4 failed.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna look really fun on my screen. Oh, that's a lot of dice. 39 damage to
All right.
the ones that failed, and half that to the other asshole who's
Which will
already taken a fuckload of
be-
damage from Sahiri, I think.
Which would be 19 points of damage for the one that's
Yeah.
saved, which was just the first one. So he's still alive. Second one, dead. Not dead, but hurting. Not dead, but hurting. Not dead, but hurting. Was that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yep. So one of them died. The rest of them do not look very good.
Okay. The other one that was up on, actually, Murray, you're not up by the capstan with Coco anymore, are you? You're down in the fray.
I'm by the helm. I'm standing right next to the helmsman. I'm in
Yeah,
that
he's
fray.
near the helmsman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not with the 5 that I just fucked up. Okay. So then the one that is still in front of Sahiri,
Uh-huh.
I would like to target him with the bonus action
Okay, at
bolt
advantage.
of fuck you. Oh yeah, bud. 25.
Yep, hits.
And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Bonk. 12
And
damage.
he shakes as the electricity courses through his body, and he falls down dead.
Good. I'm done.
Okay. Let's see. What are these guys gonna do?
Cry. A
Well,
lot.
three of them are moving up to Sahiri. The next 2 are already up with. All right. So yeah, 3 on Sahiri.
And the other 2 are up with Coco
Yep.
Murray and Dead Guy.
Yep. That's a miss, and that's a
I
miss.
wanted to hit I want to hit the one that I was teeing off on with my necrotic spores again.
That's a miss. 19's not going to hit, right? You're 21. Okay. And then one on the first one on Murray. 20.
And that one catches your reaction, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a
Targeted.
Con save
Yep, con save DC 17.
fails.
2d8 necrotic. Bye, Felicia. 3.
Not so much.
Hey,
Oh,
you
I'm
did
just
better
locking
this
eyes
time.
with this bastard at this point. I'm like, woohoo, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat you. I am going to eat you.
You did better this time.
I did, actually. I'm kind of proud of that.
+1.
I'm about to lose my myconid form, but whatever. I can turn into something
Alright,
else.
so- Did that roll
Whale.
go through? Why am I not seeing my
Just
Why am I not
sink
seeing
us.
my hits pop up on here now all of a sudden?
Yeah,
But then
your
I crushed the
rolls.
helmsman, though.
Your rolls have stopped showing
All right,
in
hold on.
general.
Give me a second, guys. Reloading.
I'm sitting here with far too many sorcery points, man. Come on.
Far
too many sorcery points.
All right.
I have 9
So-
left.
Yeah, my rolls are not going through at all right now.
Oh no.
That's
I can see them, but they're not showing up on the screen at all. So, all right,
Eh.
that's fine. That
Oh, well.
misses, and that misses. No, that one does not
Come on,
miss.
let me keep my myconid form. Come on,
6
man.
points of damage.
Come on, for man. Okay.
And now it's your turn, Murray.
Oh gods.
This guy's fucking dead. I don't care, man. I'm going up against this guy. I have whittled him down, and I'm mad. So I'm going to tee up against the same guy. So +10 to hit, just not enough. There we go. Fucking nat 20 again.
nice.
So here we go. So there's 2d8 +6 and a bonus. Let's see, and 2d6 necrotic on top of that. So 13 plus at 5. That's a 18. Fuck off.
Okay,
damage.
so as you hit him, just the damage from your staff, you just see him crumple and fall to the ground.
Cool. What's the rules about using a reaction during my turn?
You technically used it. You get it at the
Oh, no, it's my
beginning of
turn.
your turn. So
Because my Halo of Spores can only be at the beginning of someone else's turn.
okay.
That's why I waited until it was them right
Yeah.
before me.
So yeah,
Enemy.
now it has returned. You do have your reaction back.
Cool. He's a mushroom zombie now. I raise him with my spores, and I look at him. I look at his friend. Kill him. And the zombie goes right after my turn.
I'm sure that
Love it.
Sahiri is thrilled. Does
Oh,
it keep?
yeah, no,
does it keep
Murray's-
its?
Murray's
Does it
mean.
keep its stats, or is it just a?
No, it is a 1 HP zombie that can only do a melee hit, 1 melee hit, and that's it.
Okay, well, go ahead
I
and do
mean, the
the.
stat block is zombie, but it's not technically undead. Blah, 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 blah,
Well,
blah,
yeah.
let's put
The
those
important
words
thing is
together.
it's a zombie. So if you want to bring up a zombie and go ahead and do that attack for it,
Yeah.
it may not show up on screen. But
Let's see. Slam melee weapon +3 to hit, 1d6. Okay, so 1d6 +3 to hit. Okay, +3 to hit. So a d20. So that's
It hits.
+3, 19.
Yep.
So 1d6 of angry mushroom. So that's 4 bludgeoning damage from my
Alright.
angry mushroom.
All right, that's fine.
And I'm just looking at the other guy that I haven't hit yet, and I'm just grinning. You're next.
That's, all right. Well, there's still one more, and he's going to attack you. So
Yeah. Let's do it.
Can you announce the roll before?
Bring it.
it's a 23.
Oh gods.
Yeah, not a lot you can do, 23.
No, not a lot I can do.
I could take it. It's cool.
So 12 points of slashing damage.
Ah! Okay. I at me or the zombie?
You.
I poop. Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, I'm not miking it anymore. I'm just a very angry furbolg with a tiny little scratch on my cheek. Still grinning like a maniac at the other guy. Like,
Okay, Coco. There are
Actually, technically
still
looking down.
there are 2 of the guys still left. And then there is the one that
Stood
Murray
back up
brought
and
back
slapped
up.
his friend.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one that Murray's new friend has been pummeling is now going to eat Rapier.
Okay.
We hope. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bud.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
jeez. Well, give her
Oh
some.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was okay. I don't like the. I don't like
Yeah,
these dice.
But that's
I can just see
your
the dice. I'm like willing the dice. To
that's the
move.
least amount of
That's-
damage you're gonna do. And you're fine. You're good.
Yeah, that's your small damage number. Let's see the big one.
Mhm.
That's the other small one. Let's see the big one. There
Eh.
it is.
Eh. Not the worst
Middling
ever
is
tonight.
still a lot.
Not the worst ever tonight, but not
mean,
not the greatest either.
You still did
middling
34
damage is
points
still
of
a
I will
lot.
damage.
take it. I will take it.
It's still a lot of damage. I mean,
Yeah.
34 points of
yes, it
damage
is.
is nothing. Okay. Anything else?
No, she's standing her ground so they don't get past her to the helmsman.
Okay, Garvin.
We have 3 below us on Sahiri.
Do what?
We have 3 below us on Sahiri.
Oh, well then, yeah, that's what he'd go after. 2 separate targets, 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. Advantage.
26 for the first one.
26 hits.
Jesus.
21 for the
And
second
21 hits.
one.
Yep.
5 on the
Oh, I love
first
Eldritch
one,
Blast.
and 1 damage on the second.
Nice.
Feast or famine with Eldritch Blast, that's for sure. All right,
Yeah,
anything
really.
else?
Nope.
Okay, Sahiri.
I have 3, correct?
Yeah, you have 3 on you.
One of them is going to get spiritual weapon, whichever one looks worse.
Okay,
Bonk.
it's advantage.
How about a natural 20?
That would be a crit, yes.
Big bonk.
It already did the
Okay, it did the double. Okay.
yeah, so the
Cool, so
15 was
15.
double damage.
15.
Yep,
My
15.
Manta.
Still alive.
I picture the spiritual weapon
That's-
as like a yardstick.
I think of like a Mario mallet. Just bonk.
It's Kellamvor's sword, but
Okay.
picture it
okay.
as you will. And
That's
now that
fair.
one, let's just toll the dead on that guy, because
What's your save?
17.
Okay, it fails. That was a 16.
I can make it worse if you need me to.
I mean, if you want to waste it. it's your
No, I don't. I'm good.
8 points of toll the dead.
And it drops dead as it screams in pain at the bells in its ears.
Fuck
Pretty much, I look at the
only
other 2 and go, "You'll be
2
joining him soon."
left. Very.
Edrin.
Hello.
There's 2 in each
Um,
area left.
There's 2 in front of Sahiri, right?
2 in front of Sahiri and 2 by Murray and Coco.
But Sahiri has taken more damage, and these ones are the closest to me. So I am going to twin a 5th level catapult at them. Bonk.
Okay, deck save, right?
Yes, dexterity saves
1.
from the both of them.
Failed. 2 failed. A 10 and a 4.
Wonderful. So they're gonna take a buttload of damage.
Catapult is so good.
First one takes 20.
Okay, he's still alive.
Second one takes 30.
He's not so much. As that one
Okay.
takes the shot and just collapses to the ground.
The ball bearing just goes through his head. From
Oh, right,
above.
because you're up top. Right.
Okay, so the other one is now going to catch the bonus action lightning bolt from the storm sphere that he's standing inside like a
Okay.
fucking moron.
Well, he doesn't really have a lot of space to get out of it, so.
Yeah, but like he's watched 2 of his friends die to this exact thing, and he's
Yeah.
still just like, I'm gonna run in
Well,
there.
doesn't the lightning bolts go 60 feet anyway, so technically it can hit anybody, but even out of the sphere.
Oh yeah, I'm just focusing on these ones first. Those guys are next.
Yeah, it hits, obviously.
Kablamo! 13 more
And
damage.
again, body shakes and as it seems to take all that damage and it collapses to the ground dead.
Cool. I walk around to the other side of the crow's nest so I can look at them. The two that are left.
'Kay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Well, one of them has not had a lot of luck with killing Murray, so he's going to turn back onto Coco, who's protecting the helmsman. Recklessly. 13?
Nope.
All right. Murray.
Try harder, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, bud. How's she going, eh? Come here, let me give you a hug. And I'm going to reach out and I. because I'm really not happy right now. Oh, fuck. You know, I'd love to polymorph him, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to. I feel like Blight is just so much more fun. I want to watch him rot. I would like a con save from Slashy McAsshole, please. DC 17. 4th level, by the way. Blight.
Fails.
Cool. Cool.
Good lord.
That's a 49 necrotic damage.
And he
I'm
just
grinning the whole fucking time.
he crumples to the ground dead.
All right, Megami, calm down.
Yeah, I'll take care of this, Sahiri. Don't worry about it. I'm pointing at Bert, my new friend.
Okay.
Sorry.
Are you
There were
having
two
him do
necrotic
anything?
that- Him? There's one left technically, right?
Yep.
This guy is not
You know
taking
what?
any
I'm gonna
damage,
see-
though.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna look at him and say, drag the helmsman to safety. And then I look at the guy that's still alive. I'm gonna make you murder your friend. How do you like that?
Oh boy. Well, he looks at you and he growls at you and he's gonna swing at you.
Okay. He doesn't take the op attack at the zombie?
Nope.
Oh shit. Okay. Mind games. All right, here we go.
So 19 to hit
Yeah.
for 11 points of damage.
Ooh, 11. That kind of tickles a little bit.
All right, Coco.
He's just gonna start laughing at him like.
Alrighty. Time for the stabbings. And maybe.
16 will hit.
Yay!
I mean, you have advantage, so you can technically roll again.
Oh, that's true. Let's do it again, just in case it's a nat 20. Ooh, no, very much no. Okay. Alrighty.
So 8 with the weapon.
10 with the
fire.
burnings. And
The rest
20.
of his
20,
helpful.
20
Nope.
with the stabbings.
He's not dead. This is
That's just shocking.
Oh my god, why won't you die?
all right. That guy's dead. Garvin.
He's about to die, don't worry.
2nd level chromatic orb to him.
Okay.
And you know what? We'll go icy. Why not?
Okay. Advantage because he's still been. These guys are mindlessly.
Bye.
I think he's getting hit.
Was that a crit on the?
No, it's just a
Just a 27. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. 21 ice damage.
Jesus Christ.
He's not dead.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, good. Just wham! Big icy orb blast into him, and Garvin is just like, what's wrong with this guy? He like looks at
Just
Adrian.
doesn't know when to
runs to-
die.
Yeah.
All right, Sahiri.
He about to learn.
Okay, so spiritual weapon.
Oh, meet Callum 4 already.
Just floats over and slowly shanks him.
16?
Oh, you advantage. But
16?
16 hits.
11
And
points from that.
with that, the last one collapses.
Oh, thank goodness.
You guys see next to the ship is attached to the ship. You see a long ship. It looks like that's how they came on board.
I'm just gonna quietly walk up to to Rupert, my new friend, and just t-ball off his head.
Oh, well,
Oh,
never mind.
he's got 1 HP, man. He's like, I could fart on him and he'd die.
So
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna take his remains and like chuck him in the water like nothing happened. Like, don't worry about it. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, but you can be pretty sure that Legs has some
That's right.
explosives on board somewhere. And we could have put them in the long ship and sent your buddy over to
For-
the big ship.
oh,
and
you're
make
doing
them
last
go
rites on
boom.
all the berserkers.
Yep.
Okay, so you
I
do
don't
that.
want him coming back as undead.
You guys on the ship next door, you guys see there's a large bag.
Yoink.
I was
So,
gonna say. Shiny.
do me a favor. I need a D100. Somebody, one person. Pick your poison for that one.
I got it. Since nobody's speaking up.
I mean, I was gonna hand you the
mean-
bag so you could make sure nothing was gonna kill us.
I'm the reason why we got attacked in the first place. I'd kind of rather not trust my dice right now.
66.
Roll me 3d6 and another 2d6.
Do you need like the numbers or do you need the
I can see them, so just roll those. Those are just two separate rolls, so a 3d6 and the 2d6. So you find, I'm gonna turn this in. You find 3 gold, 10 silver. That's not right. Hold on. It's 7. You find 70 electrum, so it's 35 gold, and then another 60 gold. So you find 95 gold in that pack. And then I need you to roll me another D100.
somebody else.
Sure, I'll
Okay.
do it.
Oh, Coco's on it.
Okay.
Spread it out.
D.
Five. Okay. Roll me 2d4. 8. So you find inside of this bag, you find like a carpet, you find some small paintings, you find a couple of
Is it a-
sculptures.
Is
It
a
looks like
useful carpet?
no, it looks like it's just a general like artisan carpet. But that's the kind of stuff that you guys find. It looks like it was loot that these guys may have procured from pillaging ships.
I'm gonna use my detect magic,
was-
scan over all the bodies in the ship and stuff, and see
Okay.
if there's anything that pops.
I mean, outside
Anything
of the
in
stuff
any of
that
their
you
pockets?
any of you guys are wearing, there's nothing that seems magical coming from it. So
Anything
and
in any
just
of their
raiders.
pockets or anything?
no, you can't even find pockets. These guys literally came on board just with axes and were hoping to quickly breeze through the crew and take some treasure.
Cool.
Was
We
it a
take
naked
all of their
assault?
weapons.
Is
and
that what you're saying? Like they,
Hmm.
they didn't have anything? Like
naked.
Loincloths and
Well, no, they had
Axes,
axes.
like,
they had
okay,
rudimentary
alright.
clothes and things, but they had nothing in their pockets. So
just-
Yeah, they were wearing
Very
hide
good.
armor was the description.
yeah, just
I got
basic
it.
hide
Yeah.
armor and great axes is pretty much what they had.
So all of their weapons below deck.
Okay.
Those are for this crew from now on.
General great axes. Got it.
The helmsman
Okay.
is dead, right?
No, he's not. Coco revived him.
Nice, good stuff, Coco.
Yeah, I gave her a chance to revive because it was still that same turn. So, but That was the
I
first
need to
roll
know.
of the day. Yeah, that was first roll of the day. That was Murray rolling.
So
I need
do
to
we
nap.
want to burn the boat, or do we want to keep it in tow for like an away ship or something? Do we want to expand our fleet?
I just look at Cap.
That pile of garbage. You don't want that. That's just a long ship.
Perfect. And then
Okay.
without looking, I
Burn
just
flame.
fireball it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm producing flame because they're free.
I mean, take that spell slot if you're gonna
I
fireball
don't
it.
care.
Okay,
Cutting it loose.
and roll at 20 too, just in case.
Okay. Fine.
That way, maybe
in
you'll
case.
fireball yourself.
Don't fireball
that'd be
yourself.
funny.
You don't.
It's
You're
not.
good.
I mean,
Okay.
I got tidal wave prepared just in case. It'll suck for us, but I mean, it'll put the boat out.
All right. So we'll set up here. Adrian, roll me a d20.
Huh?
Sorry.
7.
Okay, Coco.
Sorry.
Can I use this time to like short rest at least?
You can get a short rest because your time went through. So yes, you can take.
Oof.
Okay.
All right, let me just-
hold on.
Sorry. Sorry.
Let me get the rest of the rolls. Garvin and Sahiri, go ahead and roll me because we're not gonna
Good
do these combats
lord.
necessarily, these or encounters necessarily tonight. I just want to see what we get. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we're dealing with a slog at this point. That's
So,
we
fine.
may
all right.
we may die.
Yep.
You guys are gonna have 2 more encounters, not necessarily combat, but there's 2 more encounters you guys are gonna have going into before you guys get to the long rest. So,
Exciting
but
times.
but it's I said we're gonna end a little early tonight. It's now almost 11:30, which is a little bit later than I was planning. So we're gonna stop here, come back in 2 weeks. We should finish the hopefully manage the hex crawl between now and
We
then
got a
and
short
get you guys
rest,
to
though, right?
yes, you get a short rest. So
Yeah.
anything you guys get back on a short rest, or if you want to just hit die, you can do now.
Yeah.
So
Just short rest will be nice.
yes. So but we will come back in 2 weeks and we will see what happens if we make it to Jahaka Bay before the ship gets torn apart by some crazy monster that you guys run across. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I will be back on Saturday. I have a game I was gifted that I will be playing called Conrad Stevens Paranormal PI. So it's kind of like Phasmophobia, but no dying. And it's actually
Okay.
closer to like real, like what actual ghost hunters go and do when they're going investigating. So it'll be interesting. I've heard some good things about it. I've seen a couple of like early videos. Again, it's a small indie developer, so early access, so they're updating it left and right. So that will be Saturday night, so we'll check that out. Should be lots of fun. We'll have some scare alerts on, I'm sure, as usual, because why not? What's not to have fun with that? And we'll see what happens. So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out as always, and we'll see you guys with this group in 2 weeks, and I'll see you guys
Thank
on
you,
Saturday.
everyone.
Have a great night, guys.